Come on, welcome to the Top 4 podcast. My name is Peter. I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm joined by Oscar, a Chelsea Blue.
Listen, a weekend where Chelsea don't play is a weekend where I have no stress, where I'm happy, I'm just enjoying life. And what a time to be alive. What a time to be alive.
It's a great time to be alive, John. And yeah, we're currently 2-man up, and you guys know this already, innit? When it's us two, do you know what I'm saying? We bring.
Is that too close? Should I change it back?
I think it's a little bit too close. I ain't gonna lie. I feel a little bit. There we go. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling a little bit better. But yeah, what's going on, bro? What's happening?
Oh man, I'm good, bro. Like I said, it's been a blessed week. I'm just happy to be well, not happy, but enjoying my time back in the UK.
Still missing UG.
Still, because obviously the last week on the pod, I had landed that morning.
You must have been fried.
So yeah, and I was spent over 2 weeks in African sun, just enjoying myself. So now, obviously, back to work, seeing all my work friends, seeing all my church friends. It's been good, man. It's been good vibes. I can't complain, man. God is good.
Vibes, bro. What was your highlight this weekend, man?
Does it have to be football? Because obviously my team didn't play. Obviously my team didn't play. But guys, can I say the highlight of the weekend? Peter, I've spoken to you about this. I've preached. I've evangelized. You haven't heard. But the best television show is currently on TV right now, and it's The Traitors. Guys, if you're not watching The Traitors right now, I don't know what you're doing with your free time, because it's the best TV show. I think all year.
So hang on, is this the thing? Is this Mafia basically on TV?
It's Mafia, but real life, hosted by Cody.
What I don't understand is, like, I watched the first season, like, when it weren't even popular. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
it was popular last season. Last season it was popping, but this year's
the very first one.
The last year was the first one.
Okay, fine. So last year's one, right?
Yeah.
And like, to me, nobody was watching it, and you know, me and wifey were watching it. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. And we're like, look at these guys, bro. Literally Mafia. They stole Mafia and put it on TV. But I see that the second season is popped off. Like, everyone is watching it.
People in your work are watching it, right?
Everyone's watching it.
See what I mean?
But I'm there like, I used to be 1 man up. Now everyone's watching it. But fair enough. I haven't watched the new season yet, so I haven't really caught up to it. But yeah,
the new season is everything you want it to be, man. There's smart people. There's beanheads. There's it's everything you want. Shout out to Baraka. He says Traitors is amazing, real life Mafia. That's what I'm thriving on now. So I was in work today. My whole office is talking about it. Like, everyone's just catching up. And obviously I'm behind because I was in UG. The first week it was on, I missed like the first 2 episodes. So like, I'm 2 episodes behind everyone else, but everyone is live watching it. So yeah, man. But I was watching. The reason I talk about it now is because I was watching it on the train home from work. So watching a show like Traitors in 2024 is a bit scatty. What does that mean, bro?
What does that mean?
Good TV is good TV. And do you know what it is? Man, there was a writer's strike, you know. All of your written shows that you like to watch, they're not coming out in 2024. all the ones with the dope writing.
What's happening there?
Do you remember there was a writer's strike?
What's the writer's strike?
Am I really on a football podcast? Am I really explaining the writer's
strike? You brought it up. That's what I'm going to say.
I thought it was supposed to be a one-liner. We moved past it, but basically there was a strike. There was a strike in Hollywood. So all the people that was writing all the good shows, they basically were on strike, saying we're not writing nothing unless you guys pay us properly. So the backlog of that is that if they were striking in 2023, they weren't writing nothing. So 2024, the stuff that would have come out is not ready to come out. So all of the good shows are more likely to come out with their new seasons in 2025. So that means reality shows are going to be more popular because they don't need writers.
So like, what's it called? Is it Taraji B. Henson? Is that her name? Something like that. Whatever her name is.
That's a random name to bring, but yeah.
No, because obviously she's quitting, innit? Like, she's retiring, right? Because she's had enough of being underpaid.
That's what Baraka says. Many writers were feeling like they were underpaid, but I think that's a different thing because she's an actress. She's not even a writer.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Yeah,
I think that's just generally black women being undervalued. That's a different story, but same thing. Pete, shall I go through some comments?
Yeah, that's right. Well, yeah, okay, run it.
And then we can go to your highlight. I know your highlight. Adrian said, Stormisha, ciao. They're talking about the storm. Did the storm hit you?
Bro, did it? Fam, I come off the train, yeah? What was it? What day was it? I come off the train. And yeah, we went to the shops, like just a little, you know, like, because we got a Sainsbury's and a little Tesco that closes at like 11. We were a little quick thing, just like get some stuff for the morning, blah blah. It was about 9, something like that, 8, 9. Bro, we were walking, and you know what song kept going through my head? You know the Earth song, Michael Jackson.
Of course, Michael Jackson.
I am walking through the wind, people, and I thought I was gonna be lifted in the air. I was just ready to just be taken. This wind was crazy, and obviously when they're like the river, so like the wind is epic, yeah. And I saw in the news this morning, like BA, like British Airways flights, not even frigging landing in the airport. They're just like, yeah, bun this, we're going elsewhere.
They're just hovering above.
Man. Yeah, that's mad.
Shout out Nave, he said, I know Peter had about 40 layers on in his old age. He needs to be careful. Show him the trim. Show him the hairline about old age.
Show him about old age, blood. You know what I'm saying?
It might be old age, but his hairline is 17.
I'm like Frisco, bro. You know them ones about. But yeah, flipping. What's I gonna say? Yeah, the wind was crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I mean, no young spray. Do you know what my highlight of the weekend was? There's a few things still, but Ivan Toney moving the ball from where the free kick was meant to be. He just moved it to the side, and everyone's just there like, "What? We're gonna allow this?"
Yeah, we're gonna come onto this, but I've decided I don't like him. I've decided I just don't like Ivan Toney. I thought it was just because I didn't rate him as a baller, but now I'm like, as a baller, you're actually very, very good. I can't hate on you, but I just don't like him,
mate. I think he's one of those players when he's on your team, you ride, but when he's when he's not in your team, you're just like, this guy thinks he's better than he is. He's got that bravery, man. He's got that. He's just got that arrogance and whatever, like, you know what I mean? He believes in himself.
How's that your highlight of the weekend? That's disgraceful.
I just thought it was funny. I thought it was ridiculous. I mean, there's many things. I mean, frigging the rugby challenge on frigging Jared Bowen in the penalty area. Not given.
We will get onto it, Pete. Endo says Toney is far too big for his boots, but he backs his chat. It's the Jamaican in him. It's a shame he doesn't play for Jamaica, isn't it? Taha says that's one meaty highlight. I agree, Taha.
Thanks, Taha. I appreciate that, mate.
Because the highlights are not meant to be what we're going to talk about on the podcast. That was a main talking point of the game. We were going to dive into that.
Yeah, but whether people would have mentioned the fact that he moved the ball, I thought was quite.
Of course.
I'll tell you. Okay, I'll give you a better highlight. I'll give you a better highlight. Right, Crystal Palace fans, fair play to you, yeah, because Arsenal fans had put out this thing on social media. Everyone bring your scarf so that when the anthem is sung, we're going to hold the scarf aloft. The Ashburton Army had their own little tifo, a massive scarf across the clock end. And what did Palace do? They came in with their signs, and it was like, what was it? Scarves are something, pyros are for pros.
I think it's that way.
Dude, it was clever. It was frigging clever. Yeah, that was them just getting back at Arsenal. And I was like, first of all, how did they get all these flags into the stadium? The choreography was superb because they did some banners later in the game as well, which I just sat there like, yo, how much, what are you not carrying? How much are you carrying into the stadium? And the amount of pyros that were let off at the ground as well, pre-match. I'm thinking, lads, let's tone it down. I'm doing the announcement. I just see this pop of blue and red smoke come out of the corner.
Pyro makes me laugh because in my head, it's such a European thing. So when I see it in England, I'm just like, you lot are fake. Like, you lot just want to be bad.
We used to have a lot of it last season at Arsenal games. There was a lot of it. Every time we scored a goal, a pyro would just get lit off somewhere in the clock end. And it'll be like, bloody hell, where's that come from? But yeah, man.
Fairs, man. Endo says Oscar don't like Jamaicans. I've clocked it. Our little island is more relevant to the country in 11. You just know that. First of all, what does it mean? I don't like Jamaicans. That's not true at all.
You give them a little rinse up.
That couldn't be further from the truth.
The thing is, you give them a little rinse up. But I think because we grew up with Jamaicans,
you know what I mean?
Our ends is like Jamaica. So
I'm from Northwest London. Caribbean food is top 3 cuisines in the world. Like, you can't tell me I hate Jamaicans. That's never the case. I just like to run a little joke, and of course, everyone's going to.
Wait, did you say Caribbean's top 3 cuisine?
Oh, definitely.
Oh, I'm not too sure.
It might even be top 2.
No, let's calm down. Let's calm down.
Name 3 better cuisines than Jamaican food. Go on.
So, I don't know. Thai Chinese is up there.
No, it's not better than Jamaican. I'm sorry.
First of all, it is. Secondly, you've got. Here's the thing with Jamaican as well. You need to, if you have the jerk chicken, it needs to be with like jollof rice. Do you get that combo?
No,
you can't have the rice and peas.
rice
and peas, dead.
Rice and peas, curry goat, plantain on the side, coleslaw on the side. There's not many meals in world football beating that.
It's elite. It's an elite dish. I'm not gonna.
There's not many meals. There's not many meals.
I'm not gonna ignore that. I'm not gonna ignore that. But like the jerk chicken, I'll take. Everything else, I mean, the curry goat's calm. Yeah, I'll take the and oxtail, calm. I'll take that.
These are elite dishes. And you know what I love about Jamaican dishes?
I love a patty as well.
Do you know what I love? Do you know what I love about Jamaican dishes? You name it, yeah. Patty, curry goat, rice and peas, jerk chicken. You try to learn how to cook these things. They take 4 hours to cook. Every single one, they take their time. They take their time with the food.
I mean, Italians up there, the American things up there.
First of all, Italian. First of all, as far as Italian, I'm sorry, guys. Italy's not top 5. Let's be real.
No, man, what are you doing?
It doesn't make the top 5. I'm sorry, it doesn't. A
life with no pizza or pasta.
Listen, first of all, the best pizza is not made in Italy, but we'll save that for another day.
Whoa. Where is the best pizza made?
You heard me right. Every other country, the Americans do pizza better than the Italians. What's that about?
Lord have mercy. Hey, listen, they better not catch you in Italy again.
Of course, Benito will compete. Of course. Of course, Benito agrees with me.
Wait, hang on. Benito? Surely. Yeah. He's bigging up the Jamaican food. He said rice and peas. Oh, like me. He said rice and peas.
No, but I think okay, so Nath said Nigerian, Japanese, Mexican. These are all solid choices. I'll take all of these over Italian food.
First of all, Nigerian can get the hell out of here. What are we talking about?
PR. Jollof alone.
No, that's what I'm saying. Jollof is the only thing I'll take out of the West of Africa.
I'm not really with the rest.
Right. Let's have it right. The only thing coming out of the West is jollof rice. And that you can combine with the jerk. Benito makes a banging jerk and jollof. Delish.
Yeah, shout out to Baraka. He's saying Chicago and New York pizza. But New York pizza slice. Man, I'm not even ordering a whole. I'm ordering a slice. That's how good it is, rude boy.
Do you remember we got one near the financial district bit of New York? Do you remember? We got a slice. It was back in the day.
Yeah.
But it felt good to feel American. Chicago, we haven't had a proper Chicago one.
I ain't really had the deep dish Chicago thing.
Deep dish. But Oscar, come on, you can't ignore a Naples, a Nepalese.
Okay, right. Just hear my logic, yeah. Remember what I was saying about the Jamaican food, about how if you're gonna make a curry goat, they slow cook it for hours with hundreds of different spices and blends. Let's be real. Everyone in the chat can make pasta. We can all do that. We can all make pasta at home.
Can it all be elite though?
25 minutes.
Can it all be elite though? Not many people do elite.
For me, I like pasta, but it's easy. It's easy.
No, but you know what? Nothing beats restaurant pasta. That's the truth of the matter. Unless it's homemade mac and cheese, like restaurant pasta is the best.
First of all, mac and cheese. You can't go to Italy and order a mac and cheese. They don't know what you're talking about. The adaptations of Italian food from other countries is better than what
Oscar, you're trending. You're trending.
The best pasta in the world is mac and cheese. Let's keep it a buck.
Whoa, okay, steady on there. They're steady on, man. Come on, mac and cheese is the best. Do you like Vapiano's?
PR, if I speak on my thoughts on Vapiano's,
oh my god,
I will be here for 45 minutes.
Oh my god,
we spent 15 minutes and I haven't touched football once.
Yeah, we got to get out of this subject. This is a podcast bit for an international break podcast. That's where we have to save these conversations for. Oh my days.
I said, wait till Oscar wants to go Milan away. Listen, I went Milan away and I had the best that they had to offer in Milan, and I wasn't that impressed. Mac and cheese is a 2-pack of no, it's not, bro. No, it's not. I'm just gonna pick up some of these comments here before I go back to the regularly scheduled comments. I'm gonna pick up the Baraka says curry, chicken, and coconut rice is elite. Yeah, bro. Shout out to you. I agree.
Can't go wrong.
Aside here, he's talking about Somali food. I mean,
so like I ain't had any, but I've watched a couple things in it. I've watched a couple. No, as in like I've watched how they. I can't remember.
What did you watch?
Nah, Joyce, the missus put on something, and we were watching it on YouTube for time. Like it was like Ethiopian, it was Somalian, it was all sorts.
Okay, first of all, but two things you've said are completely incorrect here. Yeah? First of all, Somali food and Ethiopian food are two different things.
Second I mentioned both countries, bro.
Second of all, you said Somalian, like that's a word.
Somali. Oh dear, it's gonna be a write-off.
This guy's an Oscar. I don't want to hear you say anything bad about Somali food, bro. Watch the Somali mukbang. Peter, what were you watching?
Yeah, it was something. No, I can't lie. It was something like that. It was like it was more professional. It was. I think it was like a BBC documentary type thing, and like they'd gone out to like the deep east of Africa and stuff like that, and checked out, you know, all the different cuisines and stuff. It got a bit harem scarum, but there was a few things that was like, oh, you know what, that could bang.
Ethiopian food slaps, bro. Have you ever had injera?
No, I've never. No, but they were showing all this kind of stuff. I've never had any of it.
Injera, and they like whatever you have it with. I went to one East African restaurant. Some auntie looked after me, man. She gave me everything on the menu. Just a smorgasbord of things. She was like, take the injera, dip it in the beans, the chicken, the beef, whatever you want, go for it. I was like, yeah man, yeah, bro. These comments, bro, they're coming. Baraka says East African food. You know what? Yeah. Let's be real. We haven't marketed our food very well. Like,
no, Ugandan food, yeah, that is a serious mess.
Uganda, you know my favorite meal in the world. My favorite meal in the world is matoke and stew. That's Ugandan food, yeah, to a T. When I was in Uganda, I ate it every single day. There wasn't a day I didn't have matoke in Uganda. Oh my goodness.
The starch, blood. You know the one.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I know we're into the food conversation, but I need to go back to a regularly scheduled program. So I'm gonna go right to the top. Mirad Semra says, "Good evening, the greatest football podcast to air on a Monday night." Where I have to ask, what is it like being potentially cancelled online? I don't know where that conversation has come
from. Have we nearly been cancelled?
Peter, you're the closest.
Turn it in. Lately, it's been AD. Let's have it right. Let's have it right. AD's been on the line.
Speaking of AD, Davidson, Slurry, what did that money?
I'll be intrigued. We should
do like a wait for me in the pod. Adrian's on his way, so Adrian will be here shortly. So he will answer that question for you.
He's on the wing. Yeah, I wonder what we might have to do like a top 4 international food podcast like one day and everyone share a dish.
Let's be real. This week, the football we were served up was minimal, and of the minimal, it was mainly dead. So allow us to just talk about whatever.
Do you think the football was dead this weekend?
That's incorrect. All 4 games were good.
All 4 games were good, and I feel like the more spread out, the fact that every game, but the thing is, the fact that every game was on TV, number 1, and number 2, like you had a lot more to sort of digest. Kind of,
you really got to watch. It was 4 games. You really saw them
at 4 different times.
There was no, Pierre, I'm going to be honest. There was no Chelsea,
So for you, that was that then. All right, let's get into the topics then, mate. Where are we kicking things off?
What up to the best podcast on a Monday evening / afternoon. I was afternoon for him, innit? Shout out to the Atlanta gang.
How cold is it, man? Baraka, what's the temps? What's the temperatures out there? You can do it in Fahrenheit. I can translate. I said this is the worst weekend in Premier history. What? Because there's no games, no Chelsea game. I guess.
Yeah, no Chelsea, man. Come on, you can't have Premier League with no Chelsea.
Thing is, because you know what the entertainment is? The entertainment this year is Man United, Chelsea, City, maybe Spurs. Like, that's the talking points. When you think about it, Arsenal, Liverpool are kind of like, yeah, all right.
Yeah, nothing really happened. Like, cute wins. You expect
it's cute, and it's like, okay, cool.
Taha said, I swear, you man need to venture away from football and just have a normal pod about life. It would bang. I can't lie.
That's the international break.
I can't lie. Last season and since Chelsea have been trash, that's all I've been looking forward to on this podcast. Where we just this is why I started the podcast talking about traitors, because I just like talking about random stuff. This football game gets me stressed. The Prem messed up. It's a split weekend, but the 2 biggest games on the same weekend. I don't know what that means. What is that? Is it split next week as well? Is next weekend back to normal? Oh, next week's FA Cup. Oh my goodness.
It's FA Cup, so there's midweek afterwards. I'll be at the City Ground.
Taha said Oscar just wants to share his weekend. It's true. It's true.
Oh my god.
I'll tell you what I've been up to.
But yeah, by the way, just in case anyone missed this, because I certainly missed this until about 5 minutes ago, there is football currently going on in the Premier League.
There's a game right now.
Which is at the Amex Stadium, Brighton against Wolves.
It's a good game as well.
It's a top quality game to have on, people. What are we playing at? Whilst I get that up, yeah. Look, I guess we start. Do we start with? Should we start at Brentford or should we start at Arsenal? I don't really know where to go.
Why on earth would we start at Brentford?
Because of the return.
The return of what?
No, I'm fuming about a few things on that, but yeah, we'll get to that.
Baraka said it's 48 degrees, but it was 13 degrees over the weekend. All right, thank you for those numbers. They mean absolutely nothing for me. Can you give it to me in Celsius or don't?
No, listen, 48.
Give it to me in Celsius.
32 degrees Fahrenheit is 0 Celsius.
You want me to do maths right now?
No, so check this, Oscar. If it was 13 to 19 over the weekend, it is blitz over there. So like 48 is about 10 degrees. So it's a bit like us now, to be fair.
Atlanta gets cold.
Yeah, I didn't think so. But is he in the Shire? He's in the A. Who's in
Hot Atlanta?
Who's in Chicago? I swear we got a Chicago person in here.
I don't know, bro. I don't know who that is.
I could have sworn we had someone from Chicago there.
Asad is saying they put Newcastle City and Spurs United last week when those were the two big games, so they should have split them up, basically.
I mean, you know, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I get it, but they wanted to have, I guess, not clash with Arsenal, Liverpool, City. Those are your title kind of challengers, isn't it? So, by the way, I'm live at the Amex Stadium, just in case you want to. In case let's go to the Emirates Stadium where you were residing over your beloved Arsenal's 5-0 drubbing. Yes,
Palace. From me, just observing the game, I felt like Palace let themselves down. To be honest, I think that first half was quite a nothing game. You scored 2 set pieces and didn't really offer much outside of those set pieces. Like you didn't create much chances. Yeah. At halftime, how are you feeling? Were you alarmed? Were you?
It was a bit like this is the thing about human beings. This is being humans repug. Because we were 2-0 up at halftime, yeah. But you know what I kept thinking in the back of my head? Like they're 2 set piece goals, isn't it? Like,
yeah, bro.
Do you know what I mean?
I saw a tweet.
Dry.
It felt dry. The other day, yeah. Someone put a tweet with like, do you know Lee Gunner when England are playing in the Euros or the World Cup and he doesn't celebrate Kane's goals?
Yeah.
He said they tweeted like 2 set piece goals and they showed the celebration, but he's not celebrating. That's how I feel when my team scores a set piece.
I mean,
that's how I feel.
It's them ones. Like at halftime, it was like, look, it's 2. What was important? Arsenal needed to win. We hadn't won. We had 1 win in 7, something like that. We needed to win. I couldn't give a damn how that win happened, right? But at halftime, I was like, cool. You know what I'm saying? And at 2-0, I think the game was dead, in all honesty. Palace, by the way, we've given them the night off. We've been too light on Crystal Palace, Oscar. This team has been shambolic for a long time, and we've not said anything about it. 1 win in 11 games, and put it this way, 6 wins in the last 22 games. Oscar, this team has been awful. This team has been awful. And you looked at their performance. I mean, at the moment, you know, the fans are not happy. They're screwing at Hodgson. You know, Hodgson's sort of like, these lot don't know how good they got it. You know, he's giving it that. Post-match, he was saying, you know, it wasn't really a 5-0, it was a 3-0, really. The 2 goals at the end with Martinelli were like were hit on the break. The high line Palace were playing was unreal. And the thing is, people like Mark Gay and Tyreek Mitchell were blowing after half an hour. I see them panting. And I'm thinking, what? You lot are centre halves. What are you not getting out of breath for? Like, you know, do you know what I mean? And then you realise, look at Martinelli's goals, for example, or even Trossard's goal, how high up they are. Now, I know some of them were counter-attacks, and it was like, you know, they had men in the Arsenal area. But it was far too, it was so, like, Hodgson, I think, will get the sack between now and the next game. Because it was so poor. It was so bad. And the Palace fans have had enough.
But the first thing I know was, let me read Asad's comment. He says, I'm sorry, but I think it's time Palace go down. They've provided hella mandem opportunities, but they've been here for 10 years now and they've not done anything. Here's my thoughts. When I saw the team come out for Crystal Palace and I saw that Elise was not in it, I said, oh dear. This means that it's Eze on his own, Eze hoop job. And fair play to Eze. He balled out as he always does, but the guy had absolutely nothing. No outlets. Mateta just occupying space on his ones. No wingers. Like who was on the wing for them? They had fullbacks on the wing. Who was there?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. The wingers
they had nothing, bro. Like there was no game plan. Like I remember when Forest came to Arsenal, and it was like, okay, cool. We'll give you like we're gonna sit back and you're gonna have the ball, but we're at least gonna counterattack you with pace. Like this Palace team had nothing, no pace, no technical ability. I mean, they had Lerma and Hughes in the middle doing their thing.
I mean,
not enough.
I think it was Jeffrey Schlupp was one of them. And I want to say Richards. I can only assume it was Chris Richards, who I'd never heard of.
Yeah, I'd never heard. I said, "Who's this big you?" I don't know who he was. I had to look on the board. I was like, "Who's number 26?"
Yeah, I had no idea who he was, and yeah, it was a very, very odd, weird one. It was so weird. I mean, yeah, it was just weird. But then they brought on Matthias Franco and people like that. But yeah, it was a bizarre. And the thing is, I was, I like to watch a lot of previews to the game. And from the Palace perspective, everybody who's a Palace fan was like, bro, we're dead. Like, Arsenal going to carve us up. And we were obviously, the Arsenal talk was like, Arsenal haven't won and we're in bad form, blah, blah. But the Palace fans were like, nah. And even like people that talk about Palace, they were like, nah, we are dead. This is not going to be good. They're going to be in a hiding to nothing. And, 5-0, it doesn't look good reading for Palace. But Oscar, they've been bad for a long time.
Yeah.
And we're just not saying anything about it.
But I think it's like they're back to when they sacked Hodgson the first time. Like Hodgson was like, oh yeah, he's here now and he's keeping us up. So it was like fighting on desperation. But I think realistically, Palace have enough quality to not go down anyway. Like no matter who the manager is, like if you just get these players to be motivated, they have enough quality to stay in the league. So I don't think what Hodgson did last season was like the most miraculous thing. But now they've just regressed back into normal service. Shout out to Balotelli's 11-12 only premises. He says, what people don't understand is that Palace has been held back by the comfortability of being in the league. We've been held back by Parish. It's time for him to leave. I love this comment, because we've learned today that Balotelli is now taking on that Crystal Palace fanship. Like he's done with Manchester City, and he's coming back to his London roots and supporting a local club. We love that, bro. We love that. You have been held back by Parish. You have.
I mean, can we blame Parish? I don't know. Like I guess you can because the appointments, but like they didn't give Vieira the chance, did they? Because Vieira got sacked for less. He got sacked for less.
He got sacked for less.
Look at where Palace are now. I remember. Oscar, I remember Palace were playing all the big guns, right? And they were getting beat by everybody that's a big team. Hodgson comes in with a run that is like the best run you could ask for. And he won like 4 in 5. And they were all giving it large. And then they gave him a new contract. I think it was to stay on beyond the summer. And that was the mistake. And you just sort of think, you know what? I mean, they've got quality. Don't get me wrong. They've got players when you look at Elise, you look at Eze. I'm struggling after that, but that Matthias Franco guy looks pretty decent. I think they spent a lot of money on him and they barely play him, which I find odd. But yeah, they're just flat to deceive. As for Arsenal, though, man, you make Gabriel Martinelli mad, and boy, the guy comes off the bench. What do you mean? Oh, look what happens. Yeah, he come off the bench and literally straight in, like he was straight in, and it's just the finishing that we've been asking for.
Pete, you switched over to Arsenal very quickly, but I wanted to jump back on the
Palace. Yeah, go for it, man.
I don't think romanticizing the Vieira time is what we need to do right now. Assad says Vieira went 3 games without a shot on goal. Like, come on.
I mean, like, that can happen, isn't it? That can happen.
No, it can't happen. No, that can happen.
I'm sorry.
3
Guys,
games.
Oscar, can 1 win in 11 happen? Can 6 wins
in 22 minutes?
Can 6 wins in 22 happen?
No. I don't think that's gonna lie.
But the thing is,
up to 3 games.
No one here is defending. No one here is defending
the centre forward. Who's Palace's centre forward? Come on, like we can say no goals in the. Name me the Palace centre forward. Name me the Palace centre forward. By the way, it's kicking off at the Amex Stadium. De Zerbi and Gary O'Neill. Oh, it's cheeky. Yeah, he's gonna get sent off. He's gonna get. Who is that? Sorry, guys. So there's been a stamp. Oh, Mr. Dawson, you let yourself down there, son. He's stamped on. I think it's number 14, Adam Lallana, and for some strange reason, wow, it's kicking off at the Amex. By the way, just a lot of controversy. Craig Pawson, the referee, is coming over to the Wolves bench, booking coaches left, right, and centre. VAR looking at this challenge by Craig Dawson, mate, he is gonna be gone. It's a shocking. He stamps on Lallana after a tackle. He just stamps on him. Referee's wave play on. You're joking. Get this VAR in the bin now. Get it in the bin now. Do you know I found another reason why I hate VAR, AD? Because I can't announce a goal at the Emirates until like after an hour later after the frigging kickoff. How long it takes for them to check this nonsense is ridiculous. Anyway, you guys still want to talk Palace?
No, I'm done with Palace. Now it's time, Peter, for us to talk about Arsenal's attack.
Yeah, it was good on Saturday. Yeah. It was good on Saturday. Do you know what I mean? I think little things that I noticed in the game where there's that desire, like the Martinelli goals, for example, or the Trossard goal, or even the Gabriel goal, for example. Like there was a bit of desire in terms of like the eagerness. Like Raya grabs the ball in one of the counterattacks, right? And as soon as Raya's got the ball, Jesus is on the run, Trossard's on the run. Players are on the run; they're ready to move, kind of thing. And with that, I thought there's a bit of more desire than what we've had in previous games. In previous games, we've been, if Gabriel doesn't score in the first, whatever it is, 5 minutes of the game, we could be looking at another slow game at the Emirates. But the game wasn't necessarily that fast, but it was so controlled. But Palace were so bad. So both helps. But, people like Eddie, Emile Smith-Rowe, Martinelli, getting good minutes. Jorginho getting good minutes. Jorginho sending a lovely ball to Martinelli for the second goal, for Martinelli's second goal. It's a crisp ball. It was awful defending, but yeah.
Do you understand why people think Arsenal fans are just the most insufferable humans?
Go on.
I saw a tweet that literally said Jorginho's 20-minute cameo was some of the best stuff I've seen him play since he moved to England. I said, this man played a starring role in a Champions League win. This man was a starter in a Euros win for his country. But 20 minutes against Palace was the moment you realized he was a good player. Get out of it, man.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Unreal.
What I wanted to talk about, Pete, is we had a conversation earlier on in the season. I think it was another Arsenal 5-0 win. Who did you beat 5-0 early? Was it Sheffield United?
Sheffield United.
You beat Team Sheffield United, and it sparked conversation around.
What was Burnley? I'm trying to think Burnley was what?
You beat somebody 5-0.
Sheffield United, definitely. It was definitely Sheffield United was one of them. Definitely. Yeah, sorry, go on.
It sparked conversation around a one Kai Havertz and the fact that how can a team win 5-0 and said attacking player has no goals, no assists, nothing to contribute. I feel like this weekend we found ourselves in a similar position.
Oh God!
Not only with just Kai Havertz, because of course Kai is going to be Kai, but also with a young Bukayo Saka who seemed to flatter to deceive on the weekend.
I can't lie. I forgot he was playing. I can't lie, but also, Gabriel. One of Gabriel's goals got chalked for an own goal, right? So
yes, that would have been his assist, I suppose.
So Saka's assist was taken away from him because he got the assist for one of Gabby's goals. But
he didn't get an assist then.
He didn't in the end. I mean, was it an own goal? Let's have it right. It was on target. The header was on target. So I don't know.
I don't know how they gave that an own goal. I don't really.
It's a scandal. That's why. But listen, I'm not worried about goals and assists. Like you know what, you know me already, guys. I'm more concerned about the impact of play, the impact on the game. The things of that nature where if Saka is contributing to the game, which he didn't look like he did a lot, I can't lie. Like I said, I forgot he was playing. But like in the first half, I forgot Trossard was playing. And for whatever reason, it just felt like I think whatever was almost, I don't know whether it just felt like whatever was furthest away from me.
No,
was just
no.
I just forgot about.
That's not the reason.
No, I'm just saying. I don't know whether that's the case because ironically, Trossard was a lot more involved because he was on my side, and Saka was on my side in the first half.
Bro, when Saka's 100 yards away from you and he's tearing man inside out, you see him and you know.
Yeah. No, you know. Don't get me wrong. It wasn't like his elite performance.
Yeah, come on, man. This ain't about what side of the pitch they were playing on.
No. The point I was making is, like, in a game where you win 5-0, in a game where you're controlling the game, we control the game from minute 1 to minute 90, and I didn't notice 2 or 3 players in the game. It's almost like, okay, maybe I haven't watched the game back properly to see actually what was he doing.
Come on, man.
You understand what I mean?
Let's be real. You were watching. I was watching. Let me tell you, I was watching. First of all, Leandro Trossard.
I was watching. You was watching. Okay,
I was watching. Leandro Trossard. Listen. It's been a year. You've been at the Arsenal. You've done really well in that first year. But let's not get complacent here because you can't be having a first half like that. His goal though, excellent finish.
Lovely. You say that. It went straight down it went straight down the middle, and I was like,
"Wait, this corner! He did this corner."
I saved it. No, he didn't hit a corner. It literally went through the goalkeeper's hands.
But it was in the corner of the goal though. It was in the corner of the goal. What I found weird about it is he picked the hardest place to put the ball. He could have just passed it around the keeper, but he wanted to go in the corner. So big up here, minute. He got his goal in it. At the end of the day, if you're gonna play average, get a goal. Cool.
Get a goal. Yeah, listen. Look, at least maybe the trip to Dubai done us some good. You know what I'm saying? We got more protein in. You know what I'm saying? And then we get back on the pitch, and then you know what I'm saying? We have to slap up Palace. The next 3 games. Yeah, Forest away midweek. Liverpool at home in the league. West Ham away the week after. Let me tell you guys, those 3 games. Yeah. Arsenal need 9 points. If we do not get 9 points, I'll say it to you lot here, right here and now. We do not win the league.
Yeah. But
the league is over. The league is over if we do not get 9 points in the next 3 games. The league's over.
But you almost needed this little call it a preamble, if you will, because let's call a spade a spade. Arsenal have given I hate using this phrase, but just to sort of illustrate a point, Arsenal have had 5-0 performances. You know, against your West Hams and your what have you in silly games where they really drop points, but you just needed that emphatic slapping just to get because I felt like Arsenal fans' hopes were sort of a little bit on the wane, and it's not necessarily the performance because the performances of Arsenal, if I'm being honest, it's not too dissimilar to what we saw against Crystal Palace. Differences, balls going into the net. And now, as you said, now you're going through this hellacious run where Liverpool slap bang in the middle. Full of confidence, raring to go. Now your conversation is like, right, what? Do we go for Trossard? Do we go for but Martinelli back too? How can we leave him out? Whereas a week ago, it was looking very doomy and gloomy, like, hey, just couldn't score for love nor money. And
and don't get me wrong, like you could still have that same conversation, really and truly, because here's the thing: the caveat of Saturday's performance was an awful Palace side, right? And also, we go to the you have to, innit? You fill your boots, right? But we go to this we go to the City ground on a Tuesday night. Let me tell you, that's gonna be a hell of a night. Yeah, because I've gone to that ground several times and I've won once in about 5 visits there. It's been horrible up there. Right, and the crowd is on it. Nuno's got them playing some good football at the minute, and they're scoring goals. Okay, they might be losing the odd game here and there, but they're scoring goals. Right, he's getting a tune out of Chris Wood. Like, you know, Forest are not as bad as people think they are. So we could go to Forest, and as long as Arsenal are not if we're not in the mood, we're gonna get pumped, blood. Yeah, we're gonna get pumped. So yeah,
Pete, just because my logic of football is just a bit different to most. I just want to know when you guys go and play Forest, what kind of kit will you be wearing on that trip?
Oh God, it will have to be what's our away kit? What am I even wearing? This is the yellow thing, isn't it? It'll be that Illuminous thing, the highlight.
The Illuminous thing
with a highlighter package.
Yeah, no, I can see you coming away with 3 points in that kit. Yeah,
why in that kit?
I don't know. It looks rugged. I remember when you lot went there in your anti-knife crime kit.
we got knifed up, blood. I swear up. Man said no more red. Allow it.
And a random one, yeah.
They shed blood on us.
Yeah, I remember, bro. There's some kits you don't have.
No, but hear it.
You don't have a pink kit recently. I said you're not winning games in that kit.
Oscar, we played in that kit twice. We won twice, and we only won twice all season.
It's true.
We won twice all season. Yeah. And in fact, if I remember correctly, our best performances came in that kit. Because I remember we slapped up Palace first game of the season.
I remember Brighton.
We come at the ends, bang, yeah. And then the second game was Brentford away, Bournemouth away, sorry. And that was it,
bro. You were against Brighton.
Brighton, we wore black. It was New Year's Eve. I can't forget, Oscar. It was New Year's Eve. I watched it New Year's Eve last year. We won 4-2. Was it 4-2 out there?
Maybe it was the year before. There was one year I saw you lot line up against Brighton. When I saw the kit, I knew you weren't winning the game. I knew
against Brighton.
I can't remember what year it was, man. But you ended up winning the game. But the kit combination just looked terrible.
No, that was it was our yellow kit that was it was like a luminously kind of. Do you remember the first year Adidas? Not first year, that can't be a first year, but it was like an luminous yellow. I'll show you it. I'll show you when I get it. Oh, hello. Have I crashed? What's going on here?
It's paused. I can hear you, but
yeah,
everyone's frozen. I can hear you, Pete.
But what did you say? Everyone's frozen.
Yeah, bro. I can't see you lot are both frozen, but I can hear you.
Yeah, you're frozen as well, and I can hear you. I can't see nobody.
Yeah,
this is
crazy. I wonder who's
crazy. Huh?
I wonder who's real. Because you know, like when you watch it back.
So can any of you not see yourself move? Can any of you not see yourself move?
I can see me and AD fine. It's just you.
Yeah, just you, bro.
Oh, this is hard, man.
It's like Italian or something. I don't know.
Now, bully, yeah. I need to come off this and then
jump out and then jump back in. So I said the freeze frame done Peter dirty. Yeah, man, it happens. It happens.
For you, my friend.
It's a Peter's frozen like Elsa. Yeah. He's done him dirty.
Go.
AD, do you watch the Arsenal game? What are your thoughts?
You know what? For me personally, like, I think I sort of touched on it earlier. I think it's business. I think it's business as usual. I think for me, Arsenal I feel like if this game had, you know what? Dare I say, this was almost flatter to deceive because I don't necessarily look at that game and think I know like Roy Hodgson, you know. Like he says, well, it wasn't a 5-0 game, it was only a 3-0 game. And you think to yourself, I'll go away, you old codger. You know what I mean? But I do get the point he was trying to make, wherein it's like that probably, you know, Arsenal didn't necessarily like they were the better team, obviously, but it wasn't necessarily a 5-0 goal. But I think the goal, actually 2 goals kind of flattered them. But I also do think over the last few weeks, Arsenal have had many a game wherein they were banging on the door and they just couldn't go in. Look, even the FA Cup against Liverpool, for instance, you know what I mean? They left that game scoring 0 goals, but they should have had at least 3.
In all honesty, I don't think Roy Hodgson has a leg to stand on with that. Because
no, he doesn't.
Because, like, yeah, it wasn't a 5-0 game, but that's because Arsenal went up to it, in my opinion. Yeah. Like, Arsenal, like I said in the beginning, they had 2 set-piece goals, but then in the first half, they didn't create anything. And then the goals they did finally create, the Trossard goal and the Saka goal, bro, those were horrible defending from Crystal Palace. Like times they were let in, like in behind, bare times. So I just didn't I just didn't align with anything Palace were doing this weekend. It was quite sad to watch them go down.
Yeah, like when did Palace become, because Palace, you know, even like up to a couple of weeks ago, they gave City a game. Like when the Palace became the game where you could just like you could test your strength again, you can re-up again.
Bro. Yeah, it's like, bro, when we play Palace, like you know a Chelsea situation is like every game's a hard game. Palace was easy for us. So yeah, they've been on a bad run and something's got to give because it's either Hodgson goes or he has to turn it around himself.
I think, unfortunately, I think he's got to go. I think, respectfully, but when you factor in like his age, how long he's been in the club in totality.
Do you not think this is a bit of ageism? Everyone talks about his age.
You have to talk about it. How old is he? 74.
Yeah,
it's an ageism.
No.
I saw a poster about this the other day. They're saying that like, oh, when your company hires old people, they're less likely to give them training. Because they
just assume they've got it.
Yeah. It's just like, oh, why am I going to train this person in their 40s when I could train the person in their 20s? Basically, like that. But you know,
they're stuck in their ways.
People are older and want to climb the ladder too. So,
Oscar, I'll put you like this, yeah. Let's say like your team leader at work, right? Let's say you got two people. You got a graduate fresh out of Oxford Brooks, and then you've got 52-year-old Delroy, 4 sons, 2 grandkids. You can't tell that man nothing. You can't even show him the fire safety manual.
You can't. But let's be real. The graduate, every 3 years, not even every 3 years, every year, going to be asking for a pay rise. New jobs become more attractive. She's going to want to go on holiday all the time. Delroy is a loyal servant. Delroy's got kids to feed. He's gonna do what it takes. He's gonna turn up every week and do his job. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? The young graduate wants to do hybrid working. Delroy would come to the office every day if you ask.
Every day, come hella high water,
just to get away from the wife. Just
them ones.
Delroy's always got a story to tell.
Yeah,
man. But the complacency, crazy.
No, on a serious note, though, but all jokes aside, I do feel like Roy Hodgson has probably come to the end of his probably managerial tether. Certainly, his Crystal Palace tether. I just think they need sort of new ideas, because ultimately it sounds like Crystal Palace they're comfortable, they're stagnant. It's like, we're not going to go down. We're probably not going to make it to Europe, and you're going to get to that Stoke City level where all of a sudden, by accident, you sell one or two key players, i.e. a Zaha, or if you fast forward to the future, a Eze or a Olise, and then all of a sudden, hang on a minute, what? It's March and we're 14th, 15th, 4 points above the relegation drop. So,
Yeah, I mean, it happens to what you said about Stokes, the Southamptons of this world, the Middlesbrough once upon a time. These are teams that if you just play around there, you're gonna sink, and it's Palace's time. It's their time. It's their time. Unless they get their act together and actually go ahead and be ambitious, because that's one thing you have to say. They're not an ambitious football club. That's the biggest problem with that football club. They're not ambitious at all.
What does ambition look like for Crystal Palace?
Finishing in the top half. Like, get me there for a start. The thing is, AD, I'd actually argue there's like certain tiers and targets in Premier League, right? When you're a Palace, if you aim to get into the Europa Conference League, you will finish in the top 10, top 11, top 12. If you aim for the Champions League, you might get Europa League Conference, right? And then when you're aiming to be 12th or 14th, you end up being in the relegation fight because you haven't got any ambition. So if Palace shot for the Europa Conference League, it's beyond them. But if they shot for it, I think they could still make it in the top 10. And that would be a good season for them. So you look at a team like Brentford. When Brentford came to the Premier League in their first year, do you know they never finished? They were never lower than 15th in the league at any one point in the season. Last season, they were never anywhere lower than 11th in the league last year.
Wow.
That tells you everything you need to know. You cannot be Crystal Palace, seasoned in the Premier League since 2015. Haven't gone down since. And look at them. Look what they have to show for it after 10 years of being in the league.
It might even be longer than that, I swear Ian Holloway was their manager. Correct me if I'm mistaken.
Yeah, so what's it called? All I remember was their first game back in the Premier League was against Arsenal in the 2014-15 season. And it was Sanchez's debut. And I just remember it was Palace.
13, I think it might even be longer than that.
Was it 13? Yeah, was it earlier? Actually, no. Do you know what? I think you're right. Actually, what am I talking about? No, you're right. You're right. I think you're right because I remember us having to go out there in 2014 and you're right. You're right. 13 because that's the year when Zaha got the gig to United, didn't he? He got that gig to United for under Moyes. Do you remember? And that was like 30. That was 13-14 season.
Ended up at Cardiff that year, no?
I think so. He might have done, by the end.
Ended up at Cardiff in January.
And then they went back to Palace.
Yeah. Something like that.
But yeah. I just want to point out that Wolverhampton Wanderers are wearing a red away kit with green shoulders, right? And I cannot see nothing but Portugal in there. You talk about an influence. That is so Portuguese. It's ridiculous. Like, Wolves don't wear red. Let's have it right. They don't wear red.
You know what I mean?
They just don't wear red, do they?
Have like a white and gold kind of number.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe a white away kit, a black away kit, maybe. But red? Get the hell out of here.
It's far too flagrant.
But look, Arsenal winning is good. I I miss Thomas Partey so much. I wish Jurriën Timber could be in this side. It's just a lot, you know what I mean? And we got a fight. We got a fight, man. Chris Ball, what's up?
That's a good point, actually. That's how I should remember. Now I know it's definitely 13-14.
Yeah, true.
Definitely.
Yes, Chris Ball.
Of course, I cannot forget. So normal services resumed in terms of getting wins at the Emirates. Winning 5-0 can happen to anybody, but at the same time, like, if Arsenal are on it, if this is the thing, I believe we don't even need to buy anybody. I genuinely believe in this side to go ahead and push. We were close last year. And what let us down? You could argue the injuries. I know people make a point about injuries, and I'm not going to be like, no, you're wrong. But really, what it came down to, because everybody gets injuries, you got to get over it. Like, referees are always bent. You got to get over it, right? We've been unbeaten before. We've done this before. Blah blah. You have to turn up on the day. Turn up for the occasion, mentally arrive at the scene and kill. And what we didn't do last year, we did not kill. We were having fun. And especially, like the Anfield first half last year, in one way, it was the best thing I'd ever seen us do since we won a league title. But at the same time, it was that room of complacency and that room of, like, Liverpool arrived. And this is not Liverpool of 2019, 2020. This is Liverpool last season, who were going through their own identity crisis at the time. And you sort of think, no, you need to put this away. Then you get a second bite of the cherry at West Ham, you bottle it. Then you get a third bite of the cherry. Well, not even a third, because really Southampton were like they were 1-0 up, 2-1 up, 3-1 up. Do you know what I mean? They were always ahead. This year, if you apply yourself like you did against Palace, and I'm not talking about anything else. I'm talking about application. You apply yourself against Forest, you beat them. You beat Liverpool at home. You beat West Ham away.
There's your league.
And then the league is like, okay, come City, come Liverpool, come get it off us. The league is possible with the team we have. Like, it's not impossible at all. We're what are we, 3 points off the top, 2 points off the top? Turn it in. Do you know what I mean? Like, nah,
Endo saying Arsenal versus Liverpool next week is going to be a block pass.
It's the week after. Just to let you know,
that's not next week.
Like, it's not next week. Next week is FA Cup weekend. And then the Premier League is the midweek after. And then it's so we've got Forest away on Tuesday and then Liverpool at home on Sunday. Huge week for Arsenal. Huge week. So, yeah. And the reason it's huge because we know what we're like against a team like Forest away. And I'll be there at the City ground, mate, waving the flag. Maybe I just got to turn it in just so that we can actually win away. Because I've seen Man City win the league there because of us. I've seen us go out in the FA Cup twice. And I've seen us win a League Cup that we still went out in. But yeah. Anyway, we've done a lot on Arsenal. I think it's best to move.
Yeah, we've done enough on Arsenal, I think.
Yeah, all right. Let's talk about somebody else who picked up at least 4 away from home, and that was Liverpool. AD, your boys. I mean, no Salah, no Trent, no Robertson. I got a question for you.
Yeah,
can this team do better than what your team did in 2020? Considering what I've just mentioned early doors there, the players that are missing, they're top of the league. They're top of the league right now.
What does that mean?
I mean,
you got 99 points in 2020.
No, not, as in you won the league though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about the points tally. I'm just talking about how much of an achievement this is, what we're seeing. We're looking at a Liverpool side who have lost one game. We're in, where are we? January 22nd. They've lost one game.
That's got a massive asterisk through it.
And it's got the biggest asterisks all over it. Yeah. I'm not saying are they on the same level. I'm just saying could this achievement be even greater? Because it's a weaker side, if you would ask, if you ask me, right? Yeah, and it could still win the league when there's not one challenger, but 2 challengers this year. Okay. And there's no Salah, and there's no Trent, and there's no Robertson. And the midfield, I can't even recognize it, right? So I'm looking at this Liverpool side. I'm thinking, hang on a minute. Bournemouth was a good test for you, because especially in that first half, where you thought, Bournemouth have come into form of late. Areola's got his team set up. Toney Areola's got his team set up. The first half proved to be very difficult. And I thought, hang on a minute. I could see some drop points for Liverpool here. This will be handy. And then Liverpool said, wait a damn frigging minute. Okay. Just hold the press. We are top of the league for a reason. Okay. And Darwin Núñez getting the goals and Diogo Jota getting the goals. I watched it and I just said, you know what? This team could do something special this year. Watching the end of that second half. What are your thoughts?
you don't make me laugh. You know why?
Go for it.
Because me and Adrian have been saying since game week 1, this is a team that is going to do something special this year. This is the team that's going to go all the way. This is the team that is the best team in the league this year. And I think, that's just what I believe in it.
That's just what I think.
And I think when we're comparing it to the Liverpool of old, the 1920 Liverpool, I think there's no context. I think that 1920 team was a special class. It was superior. You know, COVID league aside, it was a superior team. This team is just built to win. Like, and it's not like they play the best football. It's not like, bro, they've got absolute beasts in defense and they've got absolute beasts in attack. So like, it's so difficult to stop them winning football matches. That's just what I think. Assad said, Oscar, get off your knees. Relax, bro. I'm just calling it how it is. Like, people were laughing at Liverpool at certain points in the season. You know, I remember we played them on opening day and everyone was saying Chelsea looked better than Liverpool. But the team that Klopp has assembled, it's a serious, formidable team, you know.
But to be fair, I mean, to see this, I'm so like, because AD,
they haven't been that impressive.
Not even that, but just the numbers don't lie. You know, the numbers on the board are showing what they're showing. Yes, there are some games where they could have lost because they've got a lot of last-minute winners, haven't they? They've got I think they've scored the most goals with, like, you know, in the last 5 minutes of games.
Again, speaking of 1920, that was a massive hallmark of my 1920. As much as we say 26 out of 27, bro, I can think of Villa Park. I can think of and Robertson scored headers in like the 87th minute to level the game that we ended up going into it. Yeah, that's what you're saying.
Yeah. No, I genuinely said that Liverpool will be back this year. Klopp has allowed a year off. He'll be back next year. And here he is. But what I'm seeing now, I'm sorry, this is better than what I predicted. This is better than what I thought. Now, Liverpool fans will probably back their team and say, no, I thought my team would be in the title race. I'm not saying that's not what you're thinking. Look at what I've mentioned in terms of what's in the side. Look at the players that are available. Look what's in the side and look what they're doing. The points wise, the numbers game, the mentality of the team. I think it was Palace away earlier on, like a few weeks back or a few months back. Yeah. Palace away was very, very, very telling because I watched a game where I thought the wind was blowing Palace's way, and this game's going to end either a draw or Palace will win. And Liverpool turned it around. And I thought, there's something there.
They were a fortuitous red card, but once that red card happened, it was like,
you know,
okay, where's Liverpool going to score? Who's going to score to go for Liverpool? Okay, it was Harvey Elliott that day. Yeah.
Correct. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just a bit like, you know what? Like, I'm actually like, you know, 4-0 at Bournemouth. Like, this is the same Bournemouth who've actually picked up some good run of form. They've given teams like United a beating at Old Trafford. You know, so
yeah, but all that stuff matters for the rest. When it comes to Bournemouth, teams like Bournemouth, City, Arsenal, Liverpool will dispatch these teams. Yeah, it's the Uniteds, the Chelseas, them lot are going to struggle. Come on, man.
Fair enough. No, and the proof is in the pudding, isn't it? Arsenal went and scored 4 there. Liverpool scored 4 there. I don't know what City did. I can't remember what City have done in their game against them. But you know, I'm sure they won.
5, no?
Yeah, I'm sure they won. Do you know what I mean? So it's one of them ones. In isolation, as you're saying, Oscar, in isolation, you're thinking, hang on, this is Bournemouth we're talking about here. Stibby Dibby.
Yeah, because like, let's be real. Like, you're telling me, I don't think we're going to beat Bournemouth. Look, they've got a good manager. They've got the organisation right. But look at their team.
Yeah.
Look at the players at their disposal. They're not a good side.
Yeah. I mean, I just looked at Liverpool's 11 at Bournemouth and I thought, there's a lot of players missing. And they dealt with it. Clean sheet and all. And a player like, you know, Konate, who had a bit of an interesting start to Liverpool, but of late has seemed to have like found his groove where it's like, okay, now we're here. City put 6 past them. There you are. Okay, fine. So City put 6 past Bournemouth. So yeah, to Oscar's point, listen, guys, it's Bournemouth. If you're fighting for the league, you put teams like Bournemouth away, and that's fair enough. Same Liverpool side that drew away at Luton. The same Arsenal side. The same Luton side that narrowly lost to Arsenal. The same Luton side that narrowly lost to City. So where is Luton and Bournemouth? You understand what I mean?
Obviously,
because that's like Bournemouth to slap Luton. You know what I mean? So
you know what I'm saying. So like it's what I'm saying. I think when you played Sheffield United away, the Palace game for me away, I was like, okay, I have to actually take them very seriously now. And I just remember because I remember where I was and I watched this game and I thought, I just remember exactly where I was vividly. No, in the sense of like I don't know. I just happened to know where I was at that time because I watched it in a bar. Like I just remember watching it, and I was like, right, okay, this is I'm hoping.
Bars, boy.
No, because I think we played Villa that night. It was the same day we played Villa that night, so it was like Liverpool went on away at Palace. We had away at Villa this on at the 5:15 kickoff, 5:30 kickoff, and it was poignant. It was poignant. I think Liverpool took I think that's where Liverpool probably even went top. I don't know. Maybe that's why I remember. I have no idea. I couldn't tell you.
It may have been.
But yeah. Anyway, yeah. Certain man were clocked out a lot long ago. Oscar, you watching the Brighton game?
No, I'm watching AFCON highlights. Goodness me.
Ivory Coast got packs and potions.
That's literally what I'm watching right now. It's heartbreaking to watch,
How can you get sent home in your own home? What?
No.
In the group phase.
They lost 4-0 to Equatorial Guinea, bro.
That's peak blood.
Oh,
that's peak
bro.
blood.
The players are crying on the bench, bro. Man.
Because it ain't gonna be easy for them, bro. You think they're getting out the border, mate? Them man there have got to get back to Europe for their clubs.
They left Sahara at home.
Wait, well, hold on. Why?
Oh my days! Did they?
I think it was politics. I think him and
they've had a stinker.
They've
had a stinker.
Yes, sir.
What about your mate, bro? Oh no. He conceded that goal. Was it to Brentford? Who's the goal against? The goal from range, blood, that he just let in.
The goal. Oh, what? There's more.
Yeah. No. As in the one the other, was it yesterday? The day before? There was one literally recently.
Senegal?
I can't. It must have been Senegal. Was it Cameroon, Senegal? I think it was. Yeah. He just let this long range shot from range, like, and he just walked. It just rolled into the back of the net.
What's wrong with him?
I don't know, bro. When you're banned from football for a year, questions have to be asked. Yeah, that's a red flag.
You know what? That's a red flag if I've ever seen one.
It's a red flag because, like, and we didn't pay attention to it because when he was the year prior, he was banging, right? So, like, and then obviously he went to Inter. My man's in the Champions League final, yeah. So, like, people have let him lie. Nah, bro, I can't ignore.
So what must have been going through his head then?
Yeah, exactly. No, exactly. Anything else, AD? Talk to me about. You haven't really said anything. I don't feel. Maybe you have, but I feel like you haven't even had the chance to even talk about this game or anything of the sort.
Nah, bro. I feel like like how they say home. I'm talking prematurely, yeah, but you know how like you say certain games, that's like a definitive hallmark champion performance, and I saw it last night, and it's not necessarily because of the opponent. But Bournemouth for a good team in a good moment. Bournemouth for a good team in a good moment, sure. But for me, it was a thing of your team is depleted or whatever. You're going into a tough team, bagging form, bagging the right moment. And we just laid the smack down. And from top to bottom, phenomenal. Van Dijk and Konate were looking imperious. Like we've seen Dominic Solanke bully defenders all year long. With his mobility, with his frame, with his strength, with his hold-up play, couldn't get a single penny out of Van Dijk. He couldn't even get a cent out of Konate. It was unreal. Young Conor Bradley, his Premier League debut. He looks like he's been in the side for about the past 18 months. Seamless. That's probably McAllister's best game in a Liverpool shirt.
Quite frankly, yeah.
And it was just awesome. Like he showed bits of physicality when he needed to. His range of passing was fantastic. His passing choice, just dictating the tempo. You know, there's times where you sort of come short, get it, spread it long. We'll come in, spread it long. You know. And then, if we go to the front line, for me, this is why I say, you know, having players like Diego Jota is magical, because let's call a spade a spade. Technically, he's not necessarily the best player. He's maybe not necessarily the most exciting player. Don't get me wrong. I don't actually think people crap on his ability a lot more than, like, he's not as bad as people say, but he's not necessarily a great player. But bro, he's a killer. I don't give a damn about his limitations, because did you see that first finish? I don't even know how he scored. How did he score? He done post and in from the same side. What is that?
Love it. It was brilliant.
And for me, second finish as well. He gets a bit of luck, but guess what? He's got, you know, when you know, like how Partey tried to flip the ball over at West Ham.
Yeah.
And he got caught and then he got punished.
Yeah.
You know, but sometimes, you know, when the games go your way, you know, you completely scuff a shot, and that scuff actually gives you an extra half a yard, so you can slap it past the goalkeeper. Thank you very much. 3-0. See you later. Mate. And then obviously, I think you know, if we talk about the big man, and I think, you know, performances like that is for me why I can't write Darwin Núñez off, and I refuse to. And I refuse to, because, and for me personally, as I said, you know, for me, he's been fantastic for weeks. All round game has been close to flawless. Let me not say flawless, because he's got his obvious flaws to his game, but just in terms of, like, you know, his link-up play is superb. Like he's underrated. Like I think his passing ability to link, ability to sort of balls coming in, holding off the defender, just caress the ball into a midfielder and a spin back into space, like stuff like that. Like, it's like watching two different players. Before, you know, before you could have held up a bar with an AK-47. You know what I mean? now, like it's really, yeah. Just a spicy Shane Long, and guess what, bro? When you've got Salah +4, you can have a spicy Shane Long in there all you like, because you've got your certified, bona fide talisman, goal scorer, playmaker in Mo Salah. So guess what, guys? In the odd week where Mo Salah is not available, and it can happen. This time it's AFCON. Diogo, Darwin, Cody, Luis. I need two of you at least to rise.
Yeah.
On Sunday, you saw who rose. So I think for me, you know, I set Darwin Núñez a gauntlet now, because let's call a spade a spade. You know, we're in a time race, we're in a running. Chaos. Listen, probation period over.
Done.
I've extended your probation twice, and I've only passed you because I see something. I see myself in you. That's the only reason I passed you. I see myself in you. The directors are sending me passive aggressive emails, but I say, you know what, that guy is going to do something special for me. So Darwin Núñez, from now to the end of the season. So my initial target was last 19 games. I need a minimum of 12 goals in the league. Minimum. And don't tell me I'm asking for too much. That's even the bottom line, quite frankly, for me, because I spent £85 million on a striker. You've got a number 9 on your back. And if I can't count on you in a shootout, Peter, do you remember what I told you last week when I said I've got my Survivor Series 5? Mo Salah, Virgil van Dijk, Alisson, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Darwin Núñez. If we're going to win the league, do you need these 5 to rise? Do you know why?
Why?
I can count on Haaland. I can count on KDB. I can count on Bernardo. I can count on Ruben Diaz. I can count on
Rodri.
How dare I forget Rodri? Rodri hasn't lost a game in like 84 league games or something crazy. How dare I forget about Rodri? So I know City have got their 5. I need my 5. And this is no disrespect to Arsenal. Arsenal are still, in my opinion, very much in the title race. But what history tells us, if you want to win this league, it's the team that finishes above Manchester City. You win the league. And it's as simple as that. So that's who's in my sights at the moment. So Liverpool Football Club, but you know the old school Western film? It's a shootout. It's you from machine. So I've said, you see how I said I've got my 5, Man City, I've got their 5.
Yeah.
Darwin Núñez, sorry, Diogo Jota, sorry. He's back. You know that old school Texas shootout. Meow, 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 meow. Another one.
Yeah.
Bro, Diogo Jota, he needs to be behind the bar laying off shots. Tony Gakpo needs to be next to the cactus. Harvey Elliott and Curtis Jones, they need to be up in the banister, up on the first floor.
Yes.
Guess what? Doku's around. Phil Foden is around. So I need it's a team effort. Conor Bradley, you young boy, I don't give a damn how young you are. You're the Premier League title, boy. You better put up or shut up. Put up or shut up. Dinner ladies. Everybody to a man, woman, child, and dog associated with the football club. You need to bring your pedal to the metal. You need to bring your machines. Because it's going to be a deadly day. All of us might not make it until May. I'm telling you now, all of us might not make it until May. But for those of us still around, we need Virgil van Dijk to be lifting that league trophy higher aloft in May. You know about Survivor Series? Brand supremacy, red versus blue.
Red supremacy.
Bro, you know like SmackDown, they have man like Mark Jindrak, Heidenreich, Mark Henry, like they'll be doing their thing. But don't get me wrong, you've got your main 5.
Yeah.
And then the ultimate battle, the final shootout, where the screen fades to black and all you see is their eyes. you know they do the final step, and you've got Pep Guardiola, Jurgen Klopp. Who's gonna let the team ring first? Who's gonna let the team ring the hardest? That's what it's gonna come down to at the end of the day. You know, like in the old school Summer Survivor Series, you see like a 60 man around the ring ruling. You see man getting further to the concessions. You see you see man backstage. But ultimately, when Triple H and Eddie Guerrero are slugging it out, who's going to win? Pep Guardiola. Fight. I'm going to fight to the bitter end. And that's
Adrian, is there any part of you that sees this, to take your analogy, you go back to WrestleMania 20, you've got Triple H against Shawn Michaels, but, all of their attention was on each other. They forgot about Chris Benoit or Mikel Arteta coming from the blind side to make this a triple threat. Do you see Arsenal as any
get that? How can Mikel get the Chris Benoit? How can he get that?
Because it was a triple threat at
No, it's a brilliant analogy. No,
you know what I mean? Shawn and Triple H, Pep and Klopp, it's a long-standing feud. Yeah, but Arteta's here now. I'm saying, Adrian, you talk a lot about Pep, and of course we know why, because Pep is the dominant factor. But do you see Arteta's Arsenal at all having any say on where this title goes?
Absolutely. I think I even said in my promo, like, we can't just sort of eradicate and disrespect Arsenal we can't disrespect for Arsenal last season, even this season we can't disrespect Arsenal. And don't get me wrong, bro, Arteta is more than capable of slapping any one of us in a crippler crossface. More than capable. But also, I'm going to hit my pedigree. And you're going to get it. You're going to get it. You're all going to get it. Jurgen Klopp is going to lower the boom. We're all going
to get the pedigree.
Going to lower the boom. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Once you get the pedigree, it's over.
Over, bro.
It's over.
We're going to slap you with the high knee. Pedigree. 1, 2, 3. Give me my league freaking title. Give it to me.
I'll tell you what. It's guys, you know what we haven't done is actually appreciated how good this title race is this season. I think Graham Souness said it. No, like Graham Souness said it. Not title race. The Premier League as a whole. No, the Premier League as a whole. This year there is no front out. Nobody's leaving anybody. Liverpool are in the pack. They're leading the pack, for goodness sake. City are in the pack. Arsenal are in the pack. Villa. This is the thing. Villa will fight for what they can and finish in Europe. Like, do you understand? Like, Villa are going to be in Europe again next season. And that's huge. You got, Man United are not doing what they're doing, and Chelsea are, God knows where they are. And Spurs are kind of like, they're riding a wave, and we'll see where it lands by the time May hits. But my God, what a Premier League season we've got. You talk about 2012 as being one of the best Premier Leagues of all time. This has got a good fight right now. This could be up there.
And I know Peter won't appreciate me for saying this, but even your likes of your Spurs is just lingering there or thereabouts. They're not necessarily too far.
No, they're not.
You can't argue Aston Villa have got the money in the bank. They got the briefcase.
Exactly, they got the briefcase.
They just need to cash it in at the right moment. So
correct. And the thing is, in all of this, by the way, with Liverpool being as good as they are, City, we know what City are. Guess what? Arsenal beat City, and that's our little trump card. You know the one. We beat City this season. Liverpool are flying at the top. City have De Bruyne and Haaland to come, back into full flow.
Yeah,
but we beat City. We actually beat City this year. And so when push comes to shove, we drew at Anfield. So Liverpool haven't beaten us in the league yet. We've beaten Man City. We've now got to go to Liverpool. Have to come to Arsenal now in the league, and we've got to go to the Etihad. You know them ones. We got to go there. So
got to come to Anfield.
Look at the pieces. Everyone in each corner. Arsenal might look like the weak link, but everyone's got a trial to stand on. Yeah,
everyone's got a dog in the fight.
Listen, as soon as people don't pay attention to Arsenal and we collect our victories, then all of a sudden Arsenal are 3 points or 4 points behind the league in April. Then you realize, it's game on.
So between the three of us, can we conjure up or can we articulate what is it going to take to win the league this season? I mean, obviously, the obvious answer is win the most points, sure. But when we look at the landscape, so we look at what our three teams have what's it going to take?
The number is because you guys are already showing it early doors. And even Arsenal have shown it early doors to some extent. The mentality is winning the league this year. Forget talent, forget form. The mentality is what's going to win. Character is going to win the league this year. And we've seen the thing is we don't appreciate it enough, but time and time again, City come from deficits to win the league. And that's not a mean feat, right? This Liverpool side, yes, it's talented. It's nowhere near what in terms of the talent, in terms of that the chemistry and talent that the 2020 side had, But it's here. It's arrived, and it's saying, "Look, guys, I don't care what you bring your your Crystal Palaces, bring your Bournemouths, bring your Chelsea, bring your City, bring your Arsenal. We beat Arsenal in the cup 2-0 at the Emirates, didn't concede the goal. So they're gonna come to the Emirates in 2 weeks' time, saying, "Yo, remember us when we slapped you lot up in your away kit? Yeah, we're here again." You know them ones. Like everyone's got a dog in the fight, but the number one thing, my friend, is character. Who has got which captain of the football club of our respective football clubs is going to lead this team? Who's going to be the leader? That's what you need. You need the leader. Like this day and age of football being all about technique and this, that, and the other. Do you know what I find interesting and ironic? We're getting back to but we're getting back to the days of the Roy Keane type of leadership, the Tony Adams type of leadership, the John Terry types.
I'll be real.
The mentality of these people.
I don't think we ever left it. I don't think we ever left.
I don't know. No, I don't know. No, I don't know about that.
Liverpool won a league title, and everyone was saying, "Why is Henderson in that team?"
Yeah, but Liverpool, but no. So my argument is this to this case: Liverpool blitzed the league. They didn't have a title challenge.
We've never actually won a title race before.
Oscar, they didn't have a title challenge. They didn't have a.
They had a challenge the year before, and they've been 1 point of the league title twice.
Yeah, of course. Guardians are lucky.
And the main thing is Liverpool, but Oscar, Liverpool were in the 19th stratosphere, losing league titles. Why? Because of the talent, not because of the mentality. The talent over at City was a farce, and the fact that I think when it came down to it, City beat Liverpool in January. There was a year when Aguero wins 2-1, and I said to AD, I remember, it was almost like insulting, and I said, "Look, that's the striker they've got. Look at what you've got," and he's the one that's going to put the ball in the back of the net. Aguero, there were years when it was a 1 point difference. Aguero himself won the league for Man City. The talent, the centre forward, the number 9 won it. In terms of the mentality, because it's a race, may the best man win. It's not just about talent. Now we're going to have the lead. Who is the leader? Now, obviously, I look at my guy and I'm like, really? My guy against them too? It's a mismatch, right? Yeah. But this is the time for him to actually grow some hair on the beard. You know, he might actually grow some hair on his chest by fighting Van
Dijk.
Yeah, exactly. Fighting Van Dijk and fighting. Is it Rodri who's the captain of Man City? I don't even know who the captain is. Who's the captain of Man City? Is it Kyle Walker? Okay,
I'm going mad. Is it? I think so.
No, it might be. It might be.
I don't know. It's not important. It's not important.
Yeah, but go to the mentality thing, because for me, like Virgil van Dijk, but his own lofty standards had a down year, right? And I think something that I think I've noted early in the season, where it's almost like he feels like he has to lead his team to a Premier League trophy. You know, there's times where just in the duels, he's so much more aggressive, he looks so much more sharper, and it's almost like he knows in his mind to fortify my legacy at that table of great Premier League defenders in the game of football, point blank periods. I know I need to lead my team in the trenches, on that battlefield, on that pitch, week in, week out, and raise my hand up in victory in this. So yeah, you're spot on. It's that mentality, it's that hunger. You see that with Trent Alexander-Arnold now, that responsibility. Look, I'll give you an example. The Arsenal game, he picks up a knock. Easy for him to just go off. Fighting. I've got an armband in that day. I'm going to lead this team. I'm going to get an assist. I'm going to make sure we win this game of football. Personal pride. This isn't anybody's Liverpool. This is my Liverpool. This is my league title. You're spot on, Peter.
Absolutely. That's who's going to show. That's what's going to show. Because guess what? We will not be surprised in May who the champion is, because we're going to look back to this conversation and say who had the medal. Who had the medal? Who was the 5 in the Survivor Series?
Yes.
You know,
who
was the 7, as Tony Adams calls it?
Who's your 5 off the top of your heads?
So, like, look, our team is a kiddish team, innit? So I'm relying on my 5 has to be Saka, Martinelli, Jesus, Odegaard, and I'd probably say Jorginho is the 5th one.
What are you talking about?
That sounded ECW. Let me just throw it, Tommy Dreamer. You have to see a part.
No. You don't have to speak. You said you're 5.
I'm wrong.
We know.
I'm taking. No, do you know why? Because obviously I've just remembered Saliba's in my team, right? There is a Saliba and there's a Gabriel, right?
Gabriel.
Exactly, but I've already named 5.
You just thought of it.
Yeah, but you need to remove Jesus and you need to remove flipping
Oscar. If Jesus is not here, we don't win the league. It's over. It's over.
No, but you're only but that's not what the 5 means. That's not.
But the 5 means I need to AD's point that my 5 men have to show up on the day of reckoning.
That's not Armageddon. That's not what your 5 is. That's not what your 5 is. Your 5 is clearly Saliba, Gabriel, Rice, Odegaard, Saka. That's your 5.
I forgot about Rice. No, Martinelli. By the way,
that's your 5.
He's not part of the 5.
No, Martinelli's there. I'm sorry.
He's a title cheater.
You don't want the league. You don't want the league.
Saka? What's Saka then?
If
Martinelli's a child, what's Saka? One thing you guys. Okay, guys,
he's actually a popper. He's a man of the body.
You don't want it.
Listen, what are we arguing about here? We're arguing about apples and pears here, right?
No, Saka and Martinelli are different kettles of fish, bro.
No, I'm not saying Martinelli over Saka. I'm not saying.
He's telling me Jesus and Jorginho. He doesn't want the league.
No, Jorginho. I could take out. Do you know what, Oscar? Ask me my way of thinking. My way of thinking was purely I need a mature head who's done it all. He's won the friggin' Euros. He's won the Champions League. Yes, you can't have. Wait. You can't have that in your dressing room and leave it to pasture. You can't. That's somebody that needs. Guess what?
You do it every week.
He needs
to do it every week.
Well, I think it's scandalous. By the way, I think it's scandalous. I think it's scandalous. I think it's scandalous that Jorginho has not played 1,000 minutes this season while Partey's out. You know my thoughts, okay? I love Jorginho to bits. He's getting on the back of my shirt. I'm getting the away kit. It's very, very soon, the 3rd kit rather, and Jorginho is going to be there in Champions League printing. Let's be very clear. You know my thoughts on Jorginho. In fact, take this frigging comment off for 1 second. Go see what my handle is. Oscar, what is it? There you go. There you frigging go. This is not a rehearsal. It's not a renaissance. This is the real deal. When we're talking about people, we're talking about men. Because it's one thing to talk. Because Oscar, what you just mentioned was a lot of talent, right? But I'm talking about the men. You know, people like Martinelli.
I mentioned the men.
Wait there. People like Martinelli is not, if not our most, is the most clutch player for Arsenal. Martinelli, number one, right? And then
that's not what we're talking about, though.
No,
that's not what we're talking about.
My Survivor Series 5 is not just about who's my straight shooters. My Survivor Series 5, because guess what, Oscar? I had all of those players you mentioned besides Declan Rice. I had those players last year, and guess what? We fell. Mentally, we fell.
Yeah. And you're gonna fail again with Jesus and Jorginho. But my point behind this is this. Arsenal squad is not I was gonna say something crazy. Arsenal squad is a thin squad.
It's not thick. I saw it.
I swear. Come on, you tell
Arsenal squad is a thin squad. So you telling me, we're not gonna win the league without this player, without that player. Yeah, you're right. Like Arsenal need the right. You need all of your players fit in order for you to win the league. However, you've got certain guys in your team that are number one of a high standard, and number two of the right mentality that are going to carry you over the line. Yeah. And it's not about whether they've done it before necessarily, because you can look at certain players and you're just like, this is the guy.
Like Rice.
And when you're mentioning a player like,
I would switch Rice for Partey, for example. I'm switching Rice for Partey. By the way,
yeah, I mean,
no, but like if everyone is ready to go,
Partey wins the league last season. Like Partey wins the league, isn't it?
Partey, Partey, besides Rodri, Partey is the best defensive midfielder in the league.
Partey's a great player. He's a great player, but he doesn't play for your club anymore. Like you have to just let go.
You have to let it go. You have to let it go for real.
You have to let it go. There's like many of us, maybe not Liverpool, but many of us have to understand. Oh, actually, Liverpool too. Many have to understand. There's players that are on our books that don't play for our clubs anymore. Like Thiago, I'm sorry, not a Liverpool player anymore. You can't be factoring in him in these conversations. Like me, I had to take Wesley Fofana out. He does not play for Chelsea Football Club.
Yo, by the way, did Wesley Fofana done the other day?
What?
This is you know what it was like, was it That's So Sweet Life of Hannah Montana? Where it was just an all-star cast. I think I even saw Chris Brown in there, if I'm not mistaken. I saw Chris Brown on Disney Channel in a Tipton hotel with the Kia girls. But anyways, I say that to say this. Wesley Fofana knocked over Robbie Stenders with his car. And they just drove off.
He did.
Wait, remind me, who's Robbie? Wait, hold on. Why is Fofana driving?
Willard's owner.
That Robbie. Dean Gaffney.
Yeah, Gaffney. Yeah.
Gaffney.
Dean Gaffney knocked him over, broke his collarbone, was it?
Yeah, he broke his collarbone. Mad thing, and then drove off.
Gaffney said he didn't know who hit him until he woke up in the hospital.
Yeah. It's mental.
Anyways, as you were saying, Fofana, you've written them off.
Yeah. Anyway,
I'm just generally saying players that you can't, like we were talking about Partey. You can't factor Partey in.
Yeah. Listen, look, but that's the thing, isn't it? If we lose the league this year, it's because he's not fit. I mean, it's gutting.
You do that in August. You do that in August now, man.
Yeah, but he can still come in for the crunch.
Wait, what?
No, it's true. It's true. It's actually true.
But what's he?
Dean Gaffney is a menace.
Wait, what's going on here?
I'm surprised you haven't seen it.
I didn't know this. Man said, Robbie, was he the one with the dog Wellard?
Yeah.
Dirty dog, like just some dirty guy.
I don't know where he lives. I don't know where he lives, but he lives. Let's say he lives in Exeter. I don't know what it is, yeah. But like he'll find IG models, yeah, and he'll just DM them like, "Are you in Exeter?"
What?
And if they are, he tries to meet up with them. Apparently, that's his opening line. Like if they're in his city, he'll just hit them up opening line.
You know what?
He's a menace, bro. He's a menace.
You know what? Of a certain generation, it might work for him, you know.
But think about it. The man in their what? Late 40s, early 50s. What are they doing on Instagram? They don't know the etiquette.
But clearly.
Unless it's with their age mates, though, isn't it? If he's challenging,
that's what I'm saying. If it's like a 32,
the women he's talking to are 20s, early 20s.
No,
they were bored after he left. They don't know him.
You know what I mean? You can't use that clout. You can't use that clout on under 30s.
Yeah, it has to be like 40-year-olds, but he'll probably say that they asked it for him. I don't know. So what? Man just what?
God.
So what's the game plan? So what? Yeah, I'm down. I know what. Man's driving to Exeter.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
all.
Where are we going next?
Booking a region. I don't know. Ask Dean Gaffney.
I think it's good to mention the return of Mr. Ivan Toney. I think, I mean, first, okay, there's a couple of things I want to discuss on this. Did anybody see the Undertaker entrance for Ivan Toney at this game?
Peter, the first thing I thought of was you.
I said, yo, the masses, yeah? Is that what we're doing? We're spreading it like, bro, they fully had the Undertaker's like gong go off in the stadium, lights out.
It was kind of cold, though.
At the GT. Oh, it was cold.
Wait. I thought I dreamed that. They played the Undertaker's music.
They had the Undertaker's theme, blood. Like, they played like a mesh of stuff, and in the mesh was the dong, and then it kind of like when it was like you could hear a bit of it. It was like for 5 seconds, and they took it off. But like, there's a lot of things in it about this. There's a lot of things I'm uneasy with about this whole thing. Big up Toney, big up scoring the goal, big up coming back, and looking like he's not missed a game of football, right? Yeah. He's kicked on, and like I'm so happy he scored, right? But the media loving for this guy is outrageous. Bear this in mind. There was a tweet I saw of somebody condemning Sky where they were like, Christian Eriksen has literally returned from the dead. Friggin' was it Brooks came back from cancer? Nowhere near the coverage that Toney was getting when he was betting like 300,000 bets or whatever it was.
But in fairness, Brentford made it what it needed to be. Like they marketed the comeback of. I mean,
Eriksen was on their books when he came back. Wasn't it Eriksen that was on their books? Like, no, for real. Like, Toney's got this loving. And listen, I'm not saying you should get hate. Let's be very clear. Like, listen, bro, you did something dumb, right? You paid for your consequence. It's good to see you back.
I think you should get hate still.
No, he doesn't need to get hate. He served his time. Leave him. It's done. It's over. If you're still after him, by the way, these are the fastest
8 months of his career, bro. Yeah.
Right, by the way, these are the fastest 8 months I've seen in life.
Yeah, that went way too
so fast.
It's because 3 of the 8 was summer, so it wasn't really 8.
Yeah, fine, right?
Yeah.
But like,
we're still in January and he's back.
Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. Like, look, he served his time. He's a free man. Let the man live as if he did nothing, right? But Eriksen came from the dead. Yeah, Brooks came from cancer. We did not get anything near this. Brentford, what Brentford done for their guy? They done for their guy. I ain't mad at
Sky Sports and them, man. Did it?
Sky Sports and everybody else. And the thing is as well, like even the Eriksen one was it was under Brentford. I swear he was at Brentford when he came back. You know what I'm saying? I think he played. No, yeah, he didn't have a gig, did he? Because Inter dropped him straight. They were like, "Nah, allow you, blood." And then Brentford took him in and said, "Okay." And obviously, there's a little Danish connection with Thomas Frank. All good.
Gamble, yeah.
And so like they took him in, and that was the only thing I felt about uneasy. Like not uneasy, but I was just a bit like, this is interesting actually. When you think about it, when a guy's being like, because when Joey Barton was done for betting, when whoever else has been done for betting, we've just let them hang. We've let them go out to dry. And Toney's not like, is he a likable guy? We like his swag. He's got swag, and that's about it, really and truly. He's still mouthing off about moving to big clubs. Like,
even now
you owe Brentford a year's salary.
Yeah,
okay,
you don't know why I don't like this guy.
You owe him a year's salary. Okay,
why don't you like him?
Because of stuff like that. Like, he comes out and says, yeah, I want to move to a big club. Everybody knows I want to move. It's about when. It's not a matter of if, it's about when. All this stuff. You play for Brentford. They've just supported you and paid your wages while you were banned for 8 months. Shut your mouth and play football.
This is the first time ever.
Gosh, the guy's
remember the baby to say F Brentford on the yacht?
Yeah, he's been there. He's moved mad a few times.
No, but like why would he do that?
Yeah.
Like, think about the process on the yacht.
The thing is, we're human beings and we make stupid mistakes. We do. And you know what? He was probably because if you think you're not like him, then you know what I'm saying, you'll be the next one to fall hard blood. You know what I mean?
No, because
listen, pride becomes before a fall.
No.
What would you do when you
wait there. Oscar, you a man of faith, yeah? What does the Bible say? You know what I mean? What does Galatians say about correcting somebody, huh? Lest you fall into the same temptation. Pump the brakes. Pump the brakes. All I'm saying is, listen, the guy has served his time. He's got his
punches. You might say F Chelsea.
And the thing is, by the way, he's their Lord and Savior. By the way, he's their Lord and Savior of that football club. So let's just put it into context, okay?
First of all, he's not their Lord and Savior of anything. He had 2 good seasons.
Second of all, Oscar, Brentford go down without Toney this season.
This season?
You haven't deeped it yet. Brentford go down this year.
What are you talking about?
Brentford go down this year. Brentford go down this year without Ivan Toney. Let's
the last time you saw Webber?
But hold on.
Webber was injured till March.
Hold on. Exactly. Do you know why that's cap? Because they are 4 points above the drop without Toney kicking the ball.
Oscar.
No, that's 4 points.
But that's my point.
Sorry, not 4 points. 4 places, not 4 points. 4 places.
Okay, what's the points?
8. Okay. No, sorry. 6.
But this is what remember what I said earlier today. I said Brentford have never been lower than 15th in terms of position at all in the league when they first came up. They've not been lower than 11th last year.
Well, look.
They will, Oscar. We're talking about Palace. We're talking about this. We're talking about that. These teams are all in the mixture. Brentford are in the mix.
Yeah, but hear what?
No 2 ways about it.
Brentford. They had Watkins. They sold him. They had Morpie. They sold him. They had Toney. They will sell him for more than Watkins and Morpie combined.
Don't forget Ben Rama. How disrespectful. Don't forget Ben Rama.
Yeah, but he's not a striker. Do you know what I mean? Ben Rama, yeah, cool.
But Oscar, I think at some point, yeah, the well runs dry and the amount of quality, like you just won't be able to find it anyway. Let's call a spade a spade. He's a bona fide, solid Premier League striker. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm sorry. Brentford can't replace Ivan Toney. Not ostensibly anyway. Not unless they take a gamble on the kids that's banded it up in like Denmark or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Bang on, AD. Bang on.
Or like they get like Benjamin Sesko or something. But you know, like Toney is there. Toney is their guy. He is their talisman. He's
all right.
Have you seen his Premier League numbers? Have you seen it?
Mate, it's phenomenal. But
really?
they'll make the argument about the penalties though. That's a lot of things. What a lot of people
the ball goes into the net.
It does.
If you want to take away Toney's penalties, that's fine. Take away all of Alan Shearer's. All of them. All of them. Take them all away. You know what I mean?
And it's absurd that Andy Cole never took him. That's absurd. Anyway.
Oh!
Yeah.
And you want to talk about Premier League all-time top goal scorers, but... and the Cole thought penalties were too easy. He said, a man said, if you're what did he say about 1-on-1 situations?
Who? Andy Cole?
Yeah.
What did he? Oh, yeah.
He said they're 50-50.
No, he didn't say they're 50-50.
Yeah.
No, he disrespected the thing. He said something that was so crazy. Because obviously he was a deadly finisher. Where basically it was
he said one-on-ones were 50-50, and then PK Humble said it was 70-30 in favor of the striker.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. He said it's 50-50.
I can't lie to you. I'm gonna say like man.
You can't talk to Andy Cole, man.
I know you can't. I know you can't. And I know I would have sounded just as foolish as him, but because he's played the game, he's lived the game. I'm so sorry, guys. In my mind, yeah, a 1-on-1 is 70-30, you know.
No, but the goalkeeper can use his hands.
I can put the ball past him.
You can, but he can use his hands. You know the ones like that's the share of the spoils. You know
how many one-on-ones? If Thierry Henry was in and 100 one-on-ones for Arsenal, Peter he didn't score 50. That's for damn sure. But then you get an Eddie Nketiah who will score less than a quarter of the one-on-ones. So that's just what it is. Why did you go there?
A number 14 that plays for Arsenal. I just thought of another one. That's all. That's all.
So, anyway, and it says the one unique time I'll disagree with a seasoned baller. You let these footballers talk long enough, you'll disagree with half of them because, like,
you never played the game.
You know what I
one-on-one can't be 50-50, man. It can't be.
They know how to play, but that don't mean I'm going to agree with everything.
Listen, it's more pressure for the striker to score a one-on-one, and the goalkeeper can use his hands. I can get why it's 50-50. I can get it.
Why do you think it's more pressure? Why do you think it's more pressure?
Oscar, when you're one-on-one, who's the pressure more on, the striker or the goalkeeper? Let's have it right.
But why? The reason it's more pressure is because it's easier for him to score.
No, it's your expectation. It's your expectation for him to score, not that it's easier.
Where does your expectation come from? If someone's taking a free kick, the expectation is not that he's going to score.
Listen, the expectation comes from ignorance at the end of the day.
From the probability of the chance going in.
Well, that's, I don't know.
In fact, what's a one-on-one on an XG probability scale?
Listen, okay, wait there. If it's Alisson versus Eddie Nketiah or Thierry Henry versus Ian Walker, it might, Ian Walker. Like,
I'll be so real. In my opinion, the goalkeeper's irrelevant.
No. See, you're mad. You're mad.
To me, the goalkeeper's irrelevant because I think like the best goalkeepers, like for example, someone like Alisson, he makes great saves in one-on-one situations. There's not much my man can do.
Oscar, you see, I'm gonna have to.
Also, Alisson's a freak, by the way. That's what I was like. All the keepers in the league are Alisson's level.
No, what people do not understand about how good Alisson is, it's not about the saves. It's the fact he doesn't make saves. You have to understand why he doesn't get to that place. You've got to understand. No, because it's not about, because Oscar just said it right there. He makes amazing saves, but it's one-on-one. No. When do you ever find Alisson in a situation where he needs to pull something off? Very rare. Very rare. Because everyone's shook of him.
Look, they're shook of him. They're clicking in the comments, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, like no, I don't care. If you're one-on-one, let's say you get the ball. At what point? What point are we saying is one-on-one? From
Martinelli's chance, for example, when his 2 goals.
I don't care if it's Alisson or Edison or Prime Neuer. Martinelli has to bury that. I don't care.
It's technicalities.
You're acting like these guys don't concede goals too. Like these guys,
of course they do. Of course they do. But listen, when it's Neil Maupay against Alisson, or when it's Thierry Henry versus whoever, there is the algorithms are different. The probabilities are different.
Nah, you bag. Like I'm sorry, you bag.
Open your body up. Boom.
Okay.
And let's be real, some keepers are better at one-on-ones than other keepers. I'm not going to sit here and act like that doesn't play a part. But I don't think it's necessarily that every top keeper is the best at one-on-ones. I don't look at Alisson and think if he's one-on-one, the player's going to struggle more.
He's the best all-rounder. He's the best all-round goalkeeper in the world.
Like when it comes to one-on-ones, there's some keepers that can like time their runs, but I'm still expecting a striker to bury.
Schmeichel was one of the best.
I'm still expecting you to bury though.
Not many did.
Ian Wright saw Schmeichel and said, "I'm scoring."
The one man Listen, the one man that scored a one-on-one against Peter Schmeichel, blood.
That's cap. I'll go find many a clip.
Find the footage.
What's what Fowler was doing to Schmeichel?
You find the one-on-one. You find the one-on-one.
Man. This is some of the best goalkeepers in the world. They get beat, bro.
By some of the best strikers in the world, yes.
Oh, everyday man. McGoldrick and them, man.
McGoldrick was cold, you know. He had eyes going through his veins.
Come on, man.
A couple of his finishes. Anyway.
I wish I had Liverpool goals off the top of my head because I will tell you one right now that Alisson's conceded this season. And you're like, look, at the end of the day, because here's what I'm saying. I think Alisson is the best goalkeeper in the world. I think he's one of the best to ever play in the Prem. But if he gets beat at a one-on-one, I'm not saying, Alisson, you should have done better. Because some things are not out of the keeper's control.
Oscar, I'm sure you've even heard me say in this podcast, I even feel ridiculous for even questioning Alisson in that situation. The striker was one-on-one. I'm sure.
Yeah. If the striker's one-on-one, the striker has to bag. I don't care who the keeper is.
The thing is, what I'm saying is that many a time, what our expectations of strikers scoring more goals in one-on-ones is probably too high. That's the truth of the matter. And that's why you think it's easier to score one-on-ones than it is for the goalkeeper of an elite level to save him.
Okay, so Peter, let me ask you this.
It's not. What's that based on?
So Peter, out of 100, my striker misses more than 30 one-on-ones. We crucify Darwin Núñez every week for missing one. Núñez is lawyer for crying out loud. Even I say, you know what? We've got to draw the line somewhere. You need to.
I'm the wrong guy to ask, AD, because I'm the one that says, well, hang on a minute, leave Darwin alone.
I can't. No, let's score. I can't leave him alone.
No, I leave him alone because I understand. Because listen, guess what's funny? What's his goals and assists this season, by the way? Darwin Núñez.
Okay, 10 and 10. Wow.
He's got rinsed, yeah. He's the first player in the Premier League. He's the first Premier League player to get 10 goals and 10 assists this season.
He's got 7 goals in the league.
I thought he's got 10 in the league.
No, that's all competitions, PR. That's including Europa League.
Okay, so what?
And
he's the first player in the Premier League to score 10 in 10, to get 10 goals, 10 assists.
Yeah, man. You're thinking it's a fan club here. We all like that one.
Exactly. So my argument is, even when he's missing bare chances, guess what? Even like, you know, when Kane scores however many goals it is he scores in a year, he doesn't score in every game. But guess what? Kane gets chances every game. But we're not saying he should be scoring them all, or he should be scoring majority of them.
Out of 100, he scores 70, bro.
And he'll bag a one-on-one against.
Do you know what's wrong about that, guys?
And he has.
Do you know what's wrong about that? Carragher literally said it last week. The highest shot conversion last season, Erling Haaland, was 33% shot conversion.
Yeah, that's average.
Yeah, hello, 33% shot conversion.
Yeah,
what does that mean?
Typical is like 25%.
Wait there. 100% of 100 shots, he scores 33 of them, not the other way around. Exactly. So you just said
outside the box, inside the box, first time.
But it's shots regardless.
Okay,
it's shots on goal regardless. And we're talking about Haaland.
It's quite a low percentage.
Haaland, who got 50 goals last year, has a 33% goal conversion.
Okay.
What does that mean? He's missing 66% of his chances. Okay. That doesn't mean that he's dead. It just means, guess what? Scoring goals is the hardest job in football. It's not the easiest. It's by no means the easiest. It's the worst job in football is scoring goals.
I tell you what the best job in football is: being a third choice goalkeeper.
Oh God, yeah.
That's the best. That's the best life ever.
Listen. By the way,
Scott Carson has to touch the treadmill in irons. That's exactly. Have you seen Scott Carson? He's chilling.
That third choice keeper, there's nothing like it.
I'm never gonna play. Right, remember everybody hates Chris, yeah? Remember when he was on the wrestling team? And like nobody was in his weight. So he just kept on, he was chilling. He just kept on eating and eating and eating. The girls were cooking him food, cookies. And one day he put on too much weight. And then one day the goalkeeper's gonna get his gloves and you're gonna have Adrian in the net. Lord have mercy.
No, it's been amazing. Very quickly, other scores elsewhere. West Ham and Sheffield United, West Ham 2-2. Did you guys see the fast? Big man saying, Peter, you're chatting waffle. Haaland can slap from anywhere. Núñez has missed from 4 yards out basic chances. Okay. Haaland has missed 66% of his chances. My point stands. Scoring goals is harder than people give it credit for. That was my argument from day one. When it's one-on-one, it's not 70-30. I'm sorry, PK, and I'm sorry, Ernest. It's not. Do you know what I'm saying? I like how clocked. Peter just likes meaty ballers who try hard. Okay, who's the meaty baller that I like?
Oh, anyway. They said Darwin, didn't it?
Who?
Whoa, steady.
Darwin's not meaty though.
Not meaty, man.
Mate, it's do you know what it is? Yeah, people don't know ball, and what happens is they will realize later on how good Darwin becomes and how good he actually is when it all fits into play. As I said, I'm seeing Suarez with this kid. When I saw Suarez in his first 3 months at Liverpool and all he knew was the crossbar, I said, this guy is cold. Wenger, get your checkbook out now. Get it out now. 2013, they didn't want to listen. He banged. Then 2014 came. The rest was freaking history. And he went to Barcelona for 75 million quid. That was the rest.
To be fair, Wenger hit the release clause though. He did.
He hit the release clause when he was a bit too hot though. Like I saw this. Listen, the pie was getting baked. Yeah,
I don't know.
No, bro. Wenger pulled. Well, to be fair, Wenger pulled the trigger the year before, isn't it? As in the summer before
Summer
Suarez was
2013. Yeah,
bro, but go and watch back the 12-13 season. Suarez was bad.
You know, Suarez got like 11 goals that year.
No.
That
was the year before. That was the year before.
That's the year before.
Bro, and even then, 11 goals in how many appearances? He had like 15 appearances.
No. The first one was like 4 and like 11.
Okay.
Then he had 11 goals.
Okay.
Then I think his third season, I think he had like 22 or something. Then he exploded and got 31.
See, I thought he joined I thought he joined. Yeah. So, okay, you're bang on because he joined the 2010-11 season. That January, didn't he? Yes, with was it with Andy Carroll?
Yeah.
Okay, you're right. Yeah. The 2013 season, it was too late, man. He was cooking. He was cooking, and then guess what? 2014, he put everyone to bed, and I was like, for flip's sake.
I actually do think 2014 is the best individual Premier League season of any player.
What, Luis Suarez?
Yeah, I don't think we've ever seen better than that.
It was outrageous.
What do you think of the fact he didn't really score against the big clubs that year? Like
who cares?
Your City
scored 30 goals.
He scored against Chelsea.
Non-penalty, did he?
Oh no, I'm thinking of the year before when he bit Ivanovic.
Yeah. Oh yes, our Sturridge was cold as well, man.
Surely he scored against Arsenal when you lot beat us 5-1 or 5.
Bro, yeah. He scored what? He scored like 30 goals in 31 appearances.
I don't remember, you know. I think it was
Arsenal, bro.
Skirtle 2.
Was it Skirtle 2?
Skirtle 2, Sturridge, Sterling. I don't think Suarez scored that year.
Fair enough. Yeah, the Newcastle goal. The Newcastle
he scored against United and Spurs 4 times. Spurs don't really count, but I hear it.
Spurs don't count, but yeah, United, I get it.
We battered Spurs like 5. I saw Flanagan scoring, whacking the crossbar in.
Yeah, no, good. It was Oscar's up there with Oscar's right with that one. That it's up there. I get time to think about it.
8 games and scored 31 goals and 12 assists.
Was it 8?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, he missed the first 8 of the season.
Yeah, he was banned.
Was it that long?
Bro, yeah, it was 8 games.
Imagine he played 38 games.
The guy scored 31 goals and got 12 assists. The guy had the strally, blood. He was just aiming. Huh?
He missed more games than Ivan Toney for biting a player on the pitch.
What do you mean he missed more games? What do you mean he missed more games?
As in he was only banned for 8. Ivan Toney has missed the whole season.
No, you said that he's missed more games. You said that. You said say that what you said again because I don't think you said it right.
I think I said it the wrong way around. But what I meant to say is that he bit somebody on the pitch and was banned for less time than Ivan Toney was.
Yeah, that's the fast. This is the fast that football is.
According to Nath, Henry's 2020 season was better, and his 03-04 season. I don't know about that.
Henry's 2020.
Yeah, as in 20 goals, 20 assists.
Oh, that was the 03 season. His 03 season is the best Arsenal we saw. It was the best one. He lost to Pavel Nedved. The thing is, in the 02-03 season, when he got 23 goals and 20 assists in the league, Thierry Henry was a joke.
He used to be sick, bro. I was watching R9 compilations.
And then R9. It's up there. Bergkamp 97-98. My lord.
Stop it. Come on.
My lord.
Bergkamp.
Are you all right, Oscar? Stop disrespecting the team, man.
I haven't disrespected him once.
No, you don't know ball. Because if you're going to diss Bergkamp 97-98, you don't know the ball.
No, we're talking about the greatest season of all time.
No, I hear it. Bergkamp gets a little nod. Bergkamp gets a nod. Bergkamp gets a nod.
Yeah, of it. Even at Ronaldo 07-08, I disagree. I think the Henry and the Suarez seasons are better than that.
Okay.
Bro, Henry got 20 assists, bro, when he was scoring 23 goals.
Are you mad?
As a centre forward.
He broke the record for what?
no one's beat it yet. They've only matched it.
I remember this when I was growing up. Yeah, people used to call Arsenal a one-man team. Like they didn't have Vieira, Campbell, Perez. Like they had World Cup winners in their squad, but people called them a one-man team because Henry was so good.
So damn good. So damn
you wouldn't win the league if you didn't have Henry. It's like, well, all right, Sherlock.
All right.
You know what I mean? So, but we
I
have
do. So let me collect my invincibles. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, other scores in the league, mate. Sheffield United 2, West Ham 2. Yeah. Did anybody see the rough and tumble of this one? This was a shenanigans. This game.
Peter, you know what? Games like incidents like this, I understand what you say. Let's just scrap VAR.
No, we have to scrap. But Moyes
was speared for crying out loud.
I know it's Royal Rumble weekend, but my God, listen, AD, David Moyes was bouncing on the touchline. He nearly went into the pitch. He couldn't believe
David
it.
Moyes couldn't believe it.
No, and you know when a Scotsman is angry, there's something else. When they can't believe what they've seen, or they can't believe what decision has been made. The guy was the defender. I don't know who the defender was. He was not even looking at the ball. The ball's behind his head, and he's got Bowen in a frigging bear hug, and he brings him down.
He's got no interest in playing that ball whatsoever. He doesn't even know what the ball is.
Well said, AD. He had no interest in the ball. Do you know what that means, blood? How you a defender? You got no interest in the football that's entering your box. You're just worried about the centre forward that could bury it in the back of the net. It was lawless. It was lawless, and that's why. Listen, mate. The referee lost control of that game anyway. He just had to start sending man off. He just lost control, right? But like. You know, as you said, this is why VAR should get the hell out of here. Because what's the point of you?
I can't even argue. Like, I can't even.
No, AD, what's the point? Listen, it's them ones, innit? Okay, question. Should you have CCTV operation if a store is always getting robbed at will? And the guards that are there that can see the CCTV, that have the operation, don't do anything to stop the robbery. At this point, you should not have CCTV.
That goes a waste of money.
Or your license, your SIA badge, whatever the case may be, is revoked. People can't have licenses. They can't have licenses. Surely Suarez scored against Arsenal. Surely. I'm surprised. Anyway.
Because you beat us. Remember when was it Ramsey span Tory?
Oh, Aaron Ramsey.
Oh, he said Tory flew across the screen.
No, was it the Ozil assist? Ozil takes the ball, yeah, and he stops it in the middle of the final third. He lifts it, yeah, and Ramsey just lets the ball bounce in front of him, and then he hits it on the second bounce. Pow! Straight through Millionaire's hands, bro. That game was crazy. Huh?
Peter, can we do something within the next 2 pods? We need a list. We need a dossier of awful Premier League goalkeepers with more than 250 appearances. So these are guys that were with us for years.
I've got you.
Mingale is up there, firmly up there. Awful keeper.
Do you know what though? Millionaire at Sunderland was tremendous. Like I get why Liverpool bought him. He was tremendous at Sunderland.
Peter loves those guys, man.
I can't ignore
goalkeeper fact. Like you love these scrappy whack keepers.
Oh, mate, Tom Sorensen. You know what I'm saying?
How about you instill confidence in my defense? How about that? You plucky goalkeeper. Get out of it, man.
Listen, it is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is.
I think it was just a beefy boy. He just filled up the net.
Who? Millionaire.
What did you call him?
Beefy.
No, but you know, like them big, you know, like them Casper Schmeichels that they like, they're like solid, like it's hard to get past this.
He was a beefy boy. Did Guzan? I don't think Guzan got to 250 caps.
He must
have done. Oscar, he was here for a while.
Guzan was on the bench for a lot of his career.
7-0.
I mean, he was there he was at what team? Villa? Was he not at, why do I think Sunderland? Brad Guzan.
I think Hull.
Was it
Hull? Guzan's not a 250 guy. He's not.
No, that's Boaz Myhill. Never mind.
Boaz Myhill. Flipping hell. What's my man's name? What's his name? Brad what? Guzan.
Brad Guzan.
Why
are we talking about whack keepers?
Yeah, he was at Hull. He was at Villa Hull. Yeah, Villa Hull and Middlesbrough.
Fair play to him, man. He's not a 250, man.
Let's see. 10. What's 144 plus 16 plus 10? Yeah, he's nearly 200 though.
And he's still playing football.
He's not near 200. 154 Premier League appearances.
And he's still.
Stephen Bywater. How about it?
Stephen Bywater.
Derby County. I remember Claude Davis.
Claude Davis. Oh my God.
I just saw him getting thrown from pillar to post.
Trust me, I got some niche goalkeepers to pull out the bag. We'll do that for one pod. I'll pull one goalkeeper out.
Do that the pod that I'm not there.
Oh, look at this guy flipping.
I just want to do niche goalkeepers. He had to be here all day. Just
all right. What's the goal of the week, lads?
I remember. So before you go, remember the black guy at Fulham, that Van der Sar times? Was it Tommy Warner? Was it then Warner?
The black goalkeeper at Fulham.
He was bold.
I'm picturing a bold black goalkeeper. It's funny.
He used to play for Liverpool.
Yeah, I was gonna say, weren't he at Liverpool? This kid, this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, weren't he at Liverpool?
He was black.
Martin Fulop at Stoke.
R.I.P. I think.
I was about to say something egregious. Is he dead?
My Fulop passed away still.
Yeah, I think Brad Guzan's at Atlanta United, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sick stadium, by the way.
Fulop was good though. Sunderland.
Hey, Nath.
Shaka.
Respect Shaka Islam.
Show some damn respect.
Oscar, where did the bunny go?
I don't know the line, bro.
Oh,
I can't believe I don't remember the line.
I need to rewatch the documentary because I don't know what.
You just search on Twitter, mate. You'll find it. You'll find it.
You don't know where that money went. I can't believe Oscar, you done it perfectly that time.
You need to send me that pod. I need to go back and find that pod so I can remember.
Find that episode.
I don't remember this at all, man.
Boys, remember Brad Friedel is a 250 man. That's what we're talking
about. He's about 600 appearance, man.
Yeah, about 600 caps.
He done that in a row. That was like a period from like Blackburn, Aston Villa, Spurs.
Liverpool. 600. He did live. He was at Liverpool as well for a stint.
Liverpool.
Yeah, man. Brad Friedel is breaded. You know that one's breaded here. You know what I mean?
Oh, they've said Vito Benoni. Okay, guys.
Okay.
We'll be here all night if we just start naming
Don't
people.
remind me of... Anyway, we're going to say... Of course I know who Vito Benoni... I am Vito Benoni! That was
Paul Robinson. Look, the ball bounced.
Bounce with it. What is the goal of the week? Are we struggling here, lads?
I've got like two options in my mind.
Mopai, you got Jota, Darwin.
Goals. Diallo for Nottingham Forest. The volley.
Danilo, first of all. I said Diallo, you know. But also, guys, Breton, what's his name? Breton Diaz? Breton Diaz? My guy.
Oh, listen. Yeah.
What did he cut? I didn't know he was actually
Chilean.
On loan from Villarreal, because Villarreal, by the way, in Spain, they're having a frigging nightmare. We'll get into that one day. But yeah, Breton Diaz is literally debut. He's only 24 years of age. The first touch was silky, and the finish was superb. I'm going Breton Diaz. Very underrated, by the way, and nobody apparently put him in his fantasy team. Nobody. Like FPL came out on Twitter and said no 0% owner.
Nobody knew he was there.
He didn't even know he was in Sheffield.
he didn't put him in his fantasy.
Listen, this player is going to be the reason that Sheffield United stay out this season. Mark my words. Diaz is sick, blood. He was sick at Blackburn, got the gig to Villarreal, 24 years of age, Chilean international. Guys, watch this space. Remember, you heard it here on the 22nd of January.
You just love talking in absolutes. Not every, you know what?
Okay.
He's gonna have
Sheffield United stay up, and he'll be the reason.
I'm intrigued to see how he gets on. He's going to keep Sheffield United in the league. Okay.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, we did.
Listen, AD, you know what the saying goes? I will see you in May. I will see you at the awards at the end of the season.
Is David allowed in?
Not if Arsenal win the league. No, of course not. Of course not. Get the hell out of here. What are we talking about?
I can see him getting turned away.
I'm inviting David to rooms you don't want.
And gets to Holloway Road. I'm so sorry. So where's your accreditation? Get the hell out of here. Goal of the week, guys. Come on.
Giving you my answer. I'm
going for. I thought just the smoothness of Liverpool's first goal, Darwin Núñez from Kanate Diag into Curtis Jones, great touch, playing to Diogo Jota, first time, bang, Darwin Núñez, open your body up, finish. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I thought that was a great goal.
So we're at a tie then. We're at a tie. Oscar's gone Mopai. I've gone. Who'd you go with then? You know who I said. You know who I said. Danilo. Yeah. Danilo. I've gone Diaz, and then AD has gone Jota.
Núñez.
So, sorry, you went Núñez. Sorry, my bad. So we need a vote, guys. And
I could switch my answer.
Go on.
From the same game. Chris Wood scored an excellent goal, but I realized that we've been 2 hours on the pod and I haven't mentioned the fact that Callum Hudson-Odoi got an assist this week.
That's the only reason you wanted to bring that up. That's the only reason you wanted to bring that up.
I'm gonna say that.
He didn't even believe in it. He didn't believe in his answer.
And he's red hot though, 6 and 6.
Hey,
Chris Wood.
Apparently so.
Listen, guys, you know he's beating Saliba in the air this on Tuesday. You just know he is. You know he will.
Problem, innit?
Yeah. Well, he's beating Ben White. Let's say it that way.
Hey, yo, relax.
That's right.
That's not Oscar, man. Oscar, man.
I got the context. That's all right.
All right, man. It's just me.
It is just you, fam. Yeah, man. You lot got my vote already, blood. You lot know, blood. So we need you lot in the chat to give us the next. Whoever says the next one, literally the next person to put a goal of the week is the goal of the week. So in the comment section, we'll wait for you to put in there. In the meantime, we will put in the play of the week.
Endo's fast. I know Endo's got that.
Player of the week, I will go with
Darwin Núñez Darwin Núñez has got the goal of the week, by the way.
Like
So
clockwork.
Like clockwork. Player of the week? Who did you say, Oscar?
I go Jota.
Jota was brilliant. He was brilliant. I'm gonna go for Gabriel Martinelli.
Huh?
Come off the bench, scored twice.
I can't stand PR.
That's bogus. Come on,
That's my
man.
vote.
He came off the bench. Guys, he came off the bench at 3-0.
The line was in East London. That's how far it was. It came from the Emirates. To be fair, though, those finishes were.
They were lovely. No, listen, Jota had a phenomenal game. He had a phenomenal night. So too did Darwin Núñez.
You know, to be fair, I think it would be hard for me to take it away from Jota, because he just.
And he was getting abuse from the away end.
I'm gonna go Jota, man. I don't think we need to deliberate on
that. Diogo Jota is the player of the week.
And you man, side note, you see Darwin Núñez, yeah? Do you know one thing he's sick at? Oscar will appreciate this.
What's that?
Darwin Núñez in 1v1 ISOs. Cause he's so crazy, he doesn't know what he's gonna do, so the defender doesn't know what he's gonna do ever. But when Darwin Núñez gets to like the edge of the box or something and stands a man up and does a little shimmy, he always manages to get an extra yard and get a ball in. He done it twice. I've noticed it's a pattern. Or he'll do the thing where he'll get the shot and he will bend it. So man, he's got all the tools.
Can I just pause us here to note that Ghana have drawn in their final group stage game with Mozambique and therefore are out of AFCON 2024.
The AFCON this year. First of all, Cape Verde going through just like on their ones, like early doors. No one's caught them. Ivory Coast out in their home backyard. Have Egypt won a game?
No.
What have Cameroon done? And Ghana are out. Oh my Lord!
I wish I watched it. Oh,
I've got a lot of money, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to give either one of you £10 if you can name me one Mozambican footballer in that current squad.
Oh my God! And that £10 yours.
Even Kenya have Wanyama, McDonald Mariga. What?
Adrian, you could change that £10 to £1 million. I have no answer for you.
No, you know the number 9 for Mozambique. That's a mental question,
That is mad. Like that is mad. Still,
and it's like, guys, I swear to you, I switched off the game at the 80th minute.
What? Why were they 2-0 up or something at the 80th minute? He thought it was a dead rubber.
I didn't even know. Oh no!
Oh my days! No, guys. Do you want to know what? Huh?
I'm looking at the comment.
Wait there, Oscar. Wait there.
Oh, they're gone.
Okay, you're reading the same thing, are you?
Yeah. Just go.
So Jordan Ayew scored 2 penalties. One was in the 15th minute, one was in the 70th minute. 2-0. Ernest turned off the TV in the 80th minute. 2-0 Ghana. Oscar. Mozambique get a penalty in the 91st minute, thanks to Katamo. Yeah. Penalty scored 91st +1. They then equalize 90 +4. Mandava with the late equalizer right at the death blood. The guy, listen, Ernest went to bed thinking it's over. Cruising on the street and my 6-4. That was what he was doing. And Ghana have crashed.
Oh,
literally have crashed.
This is
out.
I said it went from a cruiser to a crashing.
It was legit, real quick.
I can't believe we should have live watched this. This is a stinker.
This is a howler.
Oh, it's a howler, you know. It's a howler.
It's an absolute howler.
Sierra Leone, get bright. Sierra Leone, get bright. Next AFCON, man.
That's a Sierra Leone, get bright.
I'll play in the 6 if you need me. What?
I can't believe it. They've actually, and Egypt drew 2-2 with Cape Verde. Bloody hell.
Do you know what makes this so funny?
Man.
Bro, did you see Bebe?
No.
I thought Bebe was, I thought Bebe was the pie. What's the pie doing in Africa?
Wow.
The thing is, Mozambique still went out.
Oh, comfortably.
They didn't just take Ghana with them.
Listen, Ghana are the reason why Mo Salah's injured anyway, but Egypt are going through to the next round. Wow.
Oh, so if Ghana won,
this is AFCON 101.
If Ghana won, Egypt would have went out.
Egypt went through, without winning a game. Did you hear me, Houston? Egypt, in 3 games of the group stages, played 3, 1-0, drew 3, lost none. They done a New Zealand thing in the World Cup. They done a New Zealand, bruv, and gone through to the knockout stages, 2nd in the league.
AFCON is the greatest competition in the world.
How can Ghana not win 1 game?
One of my boys was laughing at me, Ghanaian, innit? He was saying, Uganda haven't even qualified. I said, we're on the same wins as you.
Love that. All right, guys, we need to wrap up. Come on. Yeah. Team of the week.
Bro, Liverpool.
I guess so.
It's Liverpool.
We won 5-0 though, innit?
They won away from home.
Yeah, fair enough. Liverpool won 4-0 away from home. Liverpool are the team of the week. Guys, who's not that guy this week?
Can I add one? Let me just take one quick.
I've got a couple.
Because this fool, he's so dumb. He's just like he's one of the dumbest footballers I've ever met. Like, I've never met him, but in real life, this is the guy that won the Champions League as a bit part player, went to the barbershop and got a haircut with a medal around his neck. This guy's an idiot. Yeah. 2-footed challenge in the dying embers of a game where your team needs you. You've done nothing since you signed for this club. They bought you for 24 million British pounds and you've done nothing. And you get yourself sent off in a tight game. Ryan Brewster, you're not that guy, man. Get out of my sight.
He's a disgrace. You know what? Liverpool did a heist with this signing, though.
Living off an under-17 World Cup. Living off it.
You, man. How did you get 24 million? We can't get 20 for Eddie Nketiah. How did you get 20 for him?
Yeah, I'm so Peter, and I said it at the time. I said, I know it's harsh. I watched him play against the MK Dons. I knew he was 18 or whatever. But you just know when you say I'm sorry, you're not going to make it. You're not fit to wear the shirt. You're not fit, bro. You know, like sometimes like Harvey Elliott was like 5'2". Physically, be like, you've got something there. Room booster for me, unfortunately. But I hope we can turn it around because he's a good finisher, But it's sad. It's sad, man.
Oh dear.
That's just a move that's just gone wrong.
Horribly wrong. Go ahead, AD. What you got?
Right. So this guy, you know what? I've actually got a bit of a soft spot for this guy because he calls football for what it is. He's a real one. He frees the realness. Pretty sure this guy's even done a stint in prison. Pretty sure. He was born on the 29th of June, 1988. He started his career with the Chelmsley Town Reserves. He then made a big breakthrough move to Walsall, where in 4 years over there, he scored 27 goals in 123 games. Now, you might say it's not necessarily too impressive, but guess what? He caught the attention of quite a big club for the Championship, Watford, where he played 131. He scored 131 goals in 389 games. Bit piece of the furniture over there. Dare I say? I think you probably call this guy a Watford legend, right?
Yeah.
Safe to say Watford legend. Obviously, he was the goal scorer of that famous, incisive counter attack. Yeah, obviously, Manuel Almeida makes a penalty save. Then you go at the other end, and this guy scores an impressive goal, right? Obviously, legs gone a bit. Gone to Birmingham City, probably done some of his coaching badges over there. Just sort of seeing out his career. He then goes to the most eco-friendly club in the world, as you can probably tell by their name, Forest Green. Well, guess what, guys? I don't know if you guys knew this, but he was actually a player manager, apparently. And at Forest Green, he scored he played 16 games and he scored 4 goals. And obviously, yeah, he played, but he also managed as well, didn't he? This is his first stint in professional management. And all I can say is, what an absolute car wreck, an absolute disaster. You know when somebody just gets everything wrong? Top to bottom. So this guy, he publicly picks fights with his players. He outwardly criticized his squad, stating that he would rather watch Antiques Roadshow than watch his team play a game of football.
What a psycho.
Oscar, I'm sure you'll know this name. Fankity Dabo. Coventry boy, former Chelsea as well. This man labeled Fankity Dabo awful, in his own words, called him awful, and then he actually had the nerve to say that Fankity Dabo missed the penalty to send Coventry up to the Premier League. So he said this guy was 1 kick away from the Premier League. He said this guy's never good enough to play in the non-league now, a year later.
Oh my God.
He's tearing into his guys, tearing into them. Week after week after week, they're solid. They're solidified in the relegation zone, and I mean, this guy even went as far as to say he doesn't apologize for anything that he said. His only regret is that he said it in public, but everything that this guy said is perfectly fine. And on the 18th of January, 2024 rather, this guy was relieved from his duties as manager of Forest Green. Not just hours after, he had been given a 4-match ban and fined £1,500 by the FA for his conduct in a defeat, yet another defeat, against Swindon Town on the 29th of December. So this guy was actually in charge for less than a month.
Shocking.
Because, anyways, long story short, Troy Matthew Deeney, you're not that guy, bro. Horrendous management. I couldn't believe some of the stuff that he said, some of the stuff he thought he could get away with.
By the time I found out he was the Forest manager, he was already sacked. Because I saw the interview, I just saw the post-match. I said, right, he's the manager of Forest Green. Hang on a minute, this interview's going a bit wild. He's just rinsing his players,
tearing into them. And then, guys, I've got a bit of a funny story, because obviously, like, he's just been relieved of his duties. So he was so I think the panel. Don't quote me on this, but the what did they call the Monday night football panel? I think it consisted of Troy Deeney, Also consisted of Neil Warnock was also on the panel. Randomly, I don't know why.
Warnock.
So then the announcer must have asked Toney. Oh, so obviously, obviously he's just been sacked. How do you feel? And then he turned around. He looks to Neil Warnock and he said, "I think Neil would be better answering that. He's been here a few times, hasn't he?"
Flipping hell, man! Absolute scum. Absolute scum. How can you talk about Neil Warnock like that?
Like that? Have you seen his hairline? No, Warnock has had pints older than Troy Deeney. Let me tell you that. That hard, no feast to grit.
Nothing but
Troy Deeney is just—he's a bit of a pillock, isn't it?
He's an idiot, blood.
I do like him, man. I do really like him, though, man.
I respect the redemption, but he's a tool, blood. He's such a tool. I'm not gonna lie.
I rate him a lot, man.
You're not wrong, Assad. He'll be on the diary of a CEO, bro, talking crud. You're not wrong.
Ooh, we need that podcast.
You're not wrong. The only honorable mention I want to give is to your mate, okay, the friggin' Egyptian king. My man gets injured, doesn't want to back the war, and comes back to Liverpool for his rehab.
Yeah, he has to hold that.
Where's the moral support of your nation? Mohamed Salah.
And then Peter, guess what? Conveniently says that if he's somehow fit for the final, he'll play. You go freaking maniac. Yeah, Mo Salah's my guy, but even I had to say,
he's a clown. He's a clown for not backing his team.
Guys, I'm sorry. Not that guy. I know, like, Onana has to get signed. He has to. Did you guys see the clip? Yeah, where they have a free kick on goal. He runs from his goal to come and send a message to the free kick taker. He ran about 70 yards of the pitch to deliver what? He took the free kick. It went straight out of play. What did he say?
The thing is, the guy didn't look interested in what Onana had to say because he doesn't look at him once. I don't even think he even nodded. I don't think he even nodded.
What Onana had to say.
If anything, Onana's put him off his flow.
He didn't give a monkey's what Onana had to say.
What about the goal Onana conceded? For goodness sake.
He's just performative. It's too much, man.
Yeah, I think he's on stuff. I think he takes drugs.
Clearly, he was bad for a year.
Yeah, clearly, yeah. Guys, that has been lovely. We're going to wrap up the show right here and now. We'll be back next week. It's FA Cup weekend, so we might be able to do a dabble here and there. We may or may not do a pod. It depends.
Maybe do a pub quiz.
I don't even know what the games are, bro. I don't even know what games there are.
There's only okay. First of all, Tuesday night, Chelsea got Middlesbrough tomorrow. Assad was asking me if I'm going. I will be there. League Cup semi. League Cup semi. Then Liverpool have their one against Fulham.
Liverpool.
They get my batch together, haven't they?
Yeah. And then next week, Chelsea have Villa on the Friday for the FA Cup. But the main thing I want your predictions for, guys. The main thing I want your predictions for is
did the Borough knock you out?
Huh?
Did the Borough knock you out?
No, we lost them in the League Cup first leg, and we got them in the second leg tomorrow.
The League Cup.
Yeah.
Oh,
but it's not the predictions, guys. I want one prediction from you. Who's winning the Royal Rumble? That's where I'm at. That's where my mind's at.
This smell with the Rock. I don't know.
Well, if it's the Rock, it could be the Rock. You know,
it could be the millions. Yeah, I'm gonna watch the Royal Rumble this weekend. It's gonna be lit. By the way, Chelsea Villa's at 7:45 on Friday. Tottenham City's at 8:00 on Friday. They've had a stinker.
Wait, what?
They've had a stinker.
Why is 2 Friday games?
Yeah.
Not just Oscar. There's 4 FA Cup Friday games. Okay, there's FA Cup on Thursday. By the way, you just breezed past Bournemouth Swansea, but that's an FA Cup game on Thursday.
I swear, if it was up to Peter, we'd be doing this pod till midnight. What do you mean, Swansea?
This is a Peterism. Have you man seen Southampton cooking?
Oh, yo.
The Saints go marching in, people.
I'm beating for the past 21 games. Remember you, man, when they went down, I put my stocks in them because that accompanied me, man.
It's a good battle, by the way. Sorry, it's a good battle as well because Leicester City, Leeds United, there's some good teams in that championship.
It's Switcher thereabouts.
It's Switcher thereabouts. You know what I'm saying? You got a bit of Sunderland. on the wing. Coventry City. There's quite a few, man. It's looking decent there.
You know what?
Call
me when you want to call me, man. I'd love to see Millwall in the league for a year. I love to see Millwall get promoted.
I'd love it.
That West Ham game.
Oh, hell no!
You just for that West Ham game alone.
If you're from South or East London, do not leave your house.
Don't leave your house.
Don't leave the yard, fam.
Bro, there was one Everton fan. He got keyed by a Millwall fan. The whole is still in his mouth now.
Oh my god. It's crazy. It's unbelievable scenes, Jeff. Guys, we'll be back next week, next Monday, 8 o'clock. Back here on the Top 4 podcast. Make sure you share, like, and subscribe on the video and follow us on all socials at Top 4.
You're gonna run for the predictions.
Huh?
I mean, I asked you not to predict, innit? Like Villa. Okay, Chelsea, Villa. What we said?
We don't care about those predictions, Peter. The Royal Rumble.
Yeah. Bloody hell. I said the Rock, innit? Let's go, guys. It's 10:30. Let's go.
I'm going to CM Punk, man. It's Punk all the way.
What are you saying, AD?
I was gonna go CM Punk, but just in the interest of being different, I'll go Cody Rhodes.
Cody back says Baraka.
Watch how it's Brock Lesnar at the end. I'm just leave.
Yeah, this is the one year I can confirm is definitely.
Ring General.
You never know.
Gotcha.
Or the Mahande Raja. You never know, man.
He sucks. Although Seth Rollins has a major announcement tonight, so who knows?
Yeah,
maybe that's because I think he's done his MCR.
Cooked, he's cooked. He's not coming to the Royal Rumble. He's cooked.
Maybe they might put the title up in the Royal Rumble, make it a bit different.
You never know.
So you might see a young Drew McIntyre win it.
What, Triple H again? When the title was on the line.
No, with his ticker, man. He loves his family. He loves his family.
Man said his ticker. Hey, you might know Piers Morgan was on the Breakfast Club.
Oh, for flip's sake. Okay, we're done.
I might actually give that a watch.
On that note, Piers Morgan's on the Breakfast Club, guys. We are signing out. We will see you next week after the Royal Rumble. We'll see you next week. Peace.
When it goes away and it